recording.
Huh? Alright, we'll go back to here.
Big, quit jerking off.
Don't
judge me for watching hentai.
Hentai?
I'm a man of culture.
We're judging you for watching hentai hot micing it.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
I'm just a man of culture and I'm comfortable, you know? That's all there is to it. What can I say?
A man of culture makes sure everyone else is
man of
comfortable as well,
Nah.
Did you just say a man of culture, Blight?
I might have. Listen, I don't always fully think through what I'm saying. Sometimes I just kind of let the words flow.
I guarantee that's going in out of context comments.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd be disappointed if it didn't.
Well, you're gonna have to put it there now, Amethyst. You claimed it.
Not.
Yep.
I wasn't even here for that part of the conversation, so.
Anyway.
What?
What do? Blight.
I'm confused.
We're alive.
Alright. So, when last we left off, you all had finished cutting down one of the great crystal trees in these woods, extracted about a forearm's length of the heart crystal, and were set upon by the various creatures that roam the area and were attracted by the sound of a 300-foot tall crystal redwood falling to the ground. And in that conflict, lost one of your party members.
He did.
He did.
Thinking that it is probably not the best idea to stay where you are.
We run away, yeah?
Yeah, you all skedoodled from there. And I believe that is about where we find ourselves. When last you left, it was hard pouring rain. Not quite storms yet, but definitely unpleasant.
I mean, better than having lasers shot at us.
Yeah.
So, I will need, I would say,
roll.
What's up?
I said another Constitution saving roll.
This, I would say, is a Constitution athletics check. See how well you're getting along as you move through this weather.
Shitty.
One moment. I'm just gonna grab some.
How the fuck do you do a Constitution athletic check?
So you can change on your character sheet next to an athletics check. There should be a stat associated with it. You can change it.
Ah. No advantage, right?
No advantage unless you have a reason to have it.
No. Oh, did I roll shit? I can't see it right now.
Not great.
Yeah, I kind of expected, especially with athletics.
Let's open up my sheet here.
Ding.
Yeah, tasty.
Tasty is gone.
Tasty lefted.
Oh, he said be back in 1 bit.
What did I roll? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, I will say, this is a group check, and in this case, I only needed one of you to pass, as there's only two of you. You do travel at a normal pace. You aren't necessarily slowed down by the rain, though it is miserable. And your two mules behind you, the party kind of trudging along drearily. The rest of the day, uh, does not pass as uneventful as you would like.
Oh no.
Um,
Lasers.
who is keeping an eye out among
Me.
those present? Yeah, you. You alien notice the threat, but the party unfortunately cannot communicate with you.
Damn it.
Love in the heavens.
No, of the two who are here, who is keeping an eye out, and the other one who is like guiding. Survival
Oh.
for who is leading, and perception for who is watching.
Question is, who has the better skill for each both of those?
I mean, I only have a 2 in both, so
You're saying perception. I have a 3 in perception and 3 in survival. So it doesn't make good rolls on them, but
well, I mean, let's just fucking. You do perception, and I will do survival.
survival.
Yeah. Survival.
Please don't let this be a shit roll. I think I'm gonna say that.
Oh, I
and
just
it's gonna be shit.
realized. Hey,
Nice.
Oh, yay!
What's up?
we don't have bards anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, our birds are gone. They died before they could try to seduce dragons and such.
I wanted to seduce
Oh.
the goblin.
Yeah.
Traveling through the woods, you aren't quite sure exactly where you made a wrong turn. It is more difficult coming back than it was leaving because you're having to retrace steps. You need to get back exactly where you entered, right?
Yeah.
Rather than just further in, which is a much easier direction to go. There are several times you don't go full off course, but you don't go. You do get lost and have to retrace your steps. You've traveled. If you have about a day and a half's travel to get to where you need to go, you have made probably about a quarter of a day. Not a great time. Over the half day that you have traveled.
Oof.
Yeah, that's not good time at all.
What's that?
But what you do manage to do is the heavy rain is both obscuring others' abilities to see you, but also is oddly enough giving you Cecilia a kind of more outline view of what otherwise might be a fairly difficult to spot creature. As you notice, well before it becomes a threat to your party, another pack of the dog-like creatures that got you before.
Oh no, there's only 2 of us.
Well early enough to skirt around them if you so chose.
Yeah, let's not engage in the ones that nearly murdered us last time. Especially
Oh,
how
no, I
to
only have
spell
9 hit
slots.
points.
Then you pass by them and eventually get to a spot to set up camp for the day. I will need who is setting up camp.
I've done fairly good thus far. Would you trust me to do it again, even though I failed the last check?
Go for it.
I will do
You
it
can
then.
assist him if you would like.
No, sure, I'll assist.
Then I will take advantage. Survival. That's
All right.
13.
Um,
I mean, it's
given the
better than
the
last time.
poor weather, it is difficult to set up camp today. And you don't manage to set up a very good one. It's the places where you've set the fire pit. What seemed fairly dry earlier is now seeming to like fill with water as the rain kind of funnels towards it. There's no good area you can find nearby to set up a roll or your hammock without getting soaked. It's going to be a bad night. Who's keeping watch?
I
Can
mean, I
we
got
set
probably people.
Napkin's character to keep
I suppose if you'd like, I can roll for him.
Well, then that brings up the question: would Blade's character do better, or Napkin's, or one of us?
I don't know. Listen, I just rolled a 23 on that. Ain't no way I'm rolling another good one in a row.
Hmm.
The luck gods are typically against me.
All your good rolls, right?
Yeah, I got one of the good rolls out. Last game, I got like all of them out in the fight scene, and then like bombed the rest of them.
Well, I would really like to get a rest in, and if I remember correctly, keeping watch gives like disadvantage or something, right?
Sleepy.
So
See how
yeah,
long we rest?
yes. At this
Man,
point, you
keep
both
watch is
do
fun.
take 2 levels of fatigue.
At this point, oh, damn it.
We're sleepy again.
As you're at the end of the day.
I just got out of that. Yeah, I'll probably keep watch. It's fun. You need a perception roll?
So, give me one intelligence survival check as you look over the camp for any for like any weak points in its defense, essentially.
Oh, my survival went down because of that. Okay. Dip-a-dip-boo-boo.
Yeah, you do manage to find a few places that, if you hadn't noticed before, might have made it given space for things to sneak in. But you've noticed them before and don't take disadvantage on your perception checks.
Oh, yay.
So go ahead and give me a perception check, and both of you give me Constitution saving throws.
Oh, I'm gonna do a bet on one of these.
That's a
Got it.
10.
Then Constitution saving throw. Okay. Do. I did bet on both.
Both of you have very poor nights of sleep.
I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah. You try and get some sleep before the rest of the party does, and a little in the morning when they're packing up. But none of it is good.
I'm just gonna move myself down to very sleepy already.
You both gain, I believe, 1 level of fatigue back, but other than that, are left where you are.
Oh yeah.
You still do sleep. It is just not very good.
Oh, so I'm at
Temperature
tired.
go further down
Mhm.
to like uncomfortable.
That depends entirely on how the weather goes. Did it clear up at night or not?
Oh, please God, no.
It has lightened up.
Damn it.
The rain does pitter-patter away sometime in the middle of the night. Not enough to make the rest any better, but enough that as the day comes, it is partly cloudy today. A rather dangerous time. You gather any perception-based tasks are going to be a disadvantage, as even in this partly cloudy, the lasers aren't in full effect, but it is still blinding. So trying to find your way is going to be harder. Trying to watch out for threats is going to be more difficult.
Can we roll our hit dice?
You took a short rest. Unfortunate. Or was that a roll? No, that wasn't a roll.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm guessing I probably input that incorrect.
Do
Do
not
you have
know what
like
my hit
2D
dice is.
something in there?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ah, okay.
Let's see.
Ow.
Yeah, no, it works fine on a napkin sheet. You know, you have 1D nothing.
What?
You need.
No, I have it set
How is there a
to.
D nothing?
Oh yeah, no, you should. Let me try rolling it for you. And just nope. Okay, let me try this. 2D12. Re-enter it. Nope. All right, your thing is fucked.
I'll just roll it manually.
Remember to add your Constitution modifier. And Scarlet, make sure you mark down however many hit dice you use.
Alright.
Um,
It's my first one, so. Doo-doo.
and keep in mind that when you roll it, you choose how many you roll when you do it. Right? You can't continue to roll if you don't like the amount that you got before.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Leo is looking fine. I will not check Blade's character, but so yeah, the day is not great. But
I'm gonna refresh my page.
so I will say, whoever's leading, go ahead and give a survival check at disadvantage. You can cancel that out with assistance to at least be straight. And same with perception for who's keeping watch.
Would you like to keep watch again, Scarlet? I honestly, no matter how we put this, I think we do need at least one person rolling survival. We don't want to get turned around.
Perception at
If nobody does, I just roll a d6 to see what direction you guys travel in.
perception at disadvantage, right?
Okay,
Hello?
I think we should actually just both roll survival or survival normally.
Oh, and have you guys eaten your rations for last night?
Oh, I'll mark those down.
Both of you need 2 rations.
Okie dokie.
I have plenty.
See?
You guys did stock up a lot. And make sure that someone's keeping track of the food for your mules. They just need 1 a day.
Like, I don't even know where that is.
One of your mules had feed in them. But I'm not sure which one.
So what you're saying is we
Just
both need to roll
realized
survival?
something. I think we should, yes.
Okay.
You just take advantage because you have +30.
Okay.
Did what?
Or not advantage. It's no normal roll. My bad.
Yeah.
Is she getting where's she getting the help from?
I'm assisting her.
Okay. So you guys are who is leading?
Be me, evidently.
Oh, okay. So that's the survival check. Got it.
Yep.
All right. Then I will rely on your passive perceptions for noticing them.
Cool.
Highest being a 13, so.
Yep.
Yup. Hopefully nothing wants to murder us. Because I'm not going to notice it.
But you do manage to guide the party through through this wilderness with a good level of accuracy, more so than your friend from last night.
Oh,
For the first half of the day, you travel through this area. It is calm, and you eventually come out in past the tree line into the area of clear-cut woods.
Yay!
so we've made it, sort of.
Uh,
We just still need to make it
sort
back to the
of.
ship.
You just have to make it back to the ship,
Yeah.
but you don't encounter any threats along the way.
Oh, yay.
I'm a BRB. I better use restroom.
All right.
And then something attacks us.
Yeah. Gets him particularly, right?
Yeah.
It's just the child snatcher runs out from behind a stump, grabs the goblin, and runs behind another stump, and they're gone.
And that's the story of how the goblin got kidnapped. And be like, yeah. Be like one of the surviving members. And yeah, we used to have like a couple more. One got child snatched because the person thought it was a child, but it was just a really short goblin. And the other got carried off by a giant monster of the depths of, the Crystal Woods. But, it's all fun
You know,
times here.
we still came out of it. I'd put
Yeah.
that at a I put that at a general, positive outcome.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but the majority of us is still here.
You have about 3/4 of a day left of normal travel. Currently about halfway through today, at least. So you can, so you presumably continue, and it is now much easier to find your bearings, given that you can see kind of far in each direction. And you are out of the area in which you have disadvantage for doing so.
Oh, yay.
There's still like uncomfortable glints off of the stumps that exist around, but nothing that is going to cause the
Blind me?
blinding level of light that was in the woods.
Yay, no more blindness. Great.
And let's see here. The weather stays cloudy.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
As you continue further away from the woods. So, you do travel for the rest of the day, at which point you have a choice. You have probably about a quarter of a day's travel left to go before you reach the ship. I believe you are at, so if we go 1 day in, 2 day, and 3 day, you currently have, so first day you went in, second day you found and explored the ruins, third day you chopped down the tree. This is the 4th day, and they are leaving on the 5th. So tomorrow they plan to leave. You may, you can choose to force march it the rest of the way, or you can set up camp and get there in the morning. Your choice.
We march.
Much.
All right. Both of you give me just a sec. Let me see. Forced march.
Athletics check, I'm guessing.
No. Constitution saving throws.
Oh, yay.
For every hour you travel beyond. All right, Scarlet, you take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Big just barely squeaking past.
How many more of these do we need to do?
Said a quarter of a day, so.
So yeah. Well, a travel day is 8 hours. If you're on foot traveling, you can travel
So
8
then-
hours without risking exhaustion.
So then one more.
Yes.
One more.
Um, the DC is equal to 10 plus
Ah.
1 for each hour past 8. Actually, Big, I do think you took a level of exhaustion off of that first one because the first DC should be 11.
Damn it.
And the second is 12.
Please, dice gods, be on my favor.
So I roll on that one.
Yeah. I
Ooh,
won't give you
much
2
more
levels for it.
Uh,
I believe you're both rolling at, or you are both rolling at disadvantage, actually.
I am
First
not-
level of exhaustion, I believe, gives disadvantage on ability
Oh,
checks.
okay.
First time. I
Oh wait,
actually
these are saving
succeeded.
throws, not ability checks. You're good.
It's like the first time I succeeded a Constitution saving roll.
Yeah,
I
wow.
steal it away from you, right? No, no, you're
that's
good.
unfortunate. My speed has been halved.
So as you guys trek through the woods, I'm actually going to roll it for the other two, see how they do. That is not
Oh.
great, and that is even
Oh,
worse.
no.
All right, Napkin has 2 levels of exhaustion. Oh right, I didn't. Let me also just quick bibbity bop. He also did not get a good night's sleep.
Oh. Oh no.
He's just tired.
It's what they get for not being here.
At least he's not very sleepy. Having 3 levels of
Yeah.
exhaustion would be rough. He's at sleepy. Because he had a level. He was tired already before the end of the day. All right. And let me see for the case of Kyrian here. Ooh, also tired. First con. Oh, does get a decent night's sleep.
Whew.
And then
actually does.
first one. Oh yeah, he's doing fine in this forced march. Yeah, he looks none the worse for the wear, given the kind of speed that you have all been pushing it. But you all eventually see the light. Actually, no, it's not even dark necessarily yet. So you do see the ship itself.
Yay.
And with that, rejoin with the rest of the crew. And you see the captain comes out to welcome you all. Looks over the party and I see that we're missing one.
Yeah, he got snatched by a green goblin thing in the forest.
Yeah, giant invisible ape tends
Yeah.
to not be a good thing.
And he just got yeeted
A
into
giant
the
invisible ape.
That's what he described it as.
That's the best description I can come up with.
Out of curiosity, Blake, what was it?
Let me see. It is
Green we knock an arm off of with the trees.
is a Norcrown.
But anyways, yeah, he just got yeeted, and we were like, not sticking around to get yeeted ourselves, and just ran.
I'm having trouble finding that.
He's more than likely dead. We
Is
don't
that
know very
N-O-
injured.
Norcrown?
NOR Crown.
Space or no?
No space.
Hyphen?
No hyphen. No dash. No underscore.
Pulling out some real, like...
By the way, I'm gonna tap Scarlet's character on the shoulder like, we do not mention the bunker.
What about the bunker? What was that?
I assume you do this with nobody nearby.
Sorry, I'm a random
assume,
guard.
I assumed that we were like still off the side of the ship and he spotted us.
Yeah, I mean, If you could easily have had this conversation before you get close enough for anyone to hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was
Though,
totally
Alright.
gonna
in
mention it.
honesty,
You know.
they might spot the angel arm poking out of our smart ones backpack here, but we don't know yet.
If it's in the backpack, I would say it is hidden enough for casual observation.
At least until
Yeah.
somebody opens it.
Well, did you guys at least get what you needed?
Oh yeah. I believe
You had
it's
to fight for that one.
refined as well. So
Yeah.
we were quite lucky with that.
Oh, that's good. All the trees out here are a bit on the smaller side. The refined ones need like special team to go in there, and it's a whole pain in the ass.
Yeah, it was a bitch, and then we got attacked by like these dogs that were like the different gyms, and we all almost died. And then that's when the green ape thing came and snatched the other dude, and yeah,
Yeah.
so then we just
Oops.
ran.
Kirkopes!
You did take a risk going that deep in, but well, I suppose it's up to you all to decide if it was worth it.
They wanted to
4
fence
days
him.
of
What can I
work.
say?
Anyways,
I mean, hey,
We
believe
obviously-
it or not, though, I pushed that whole tree over.
give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. That's not a terrible roll.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
he. You gather you haven't fully. He's willing to like humor it, but he's got that hint of like
Bullshit.
really. He's got a hint of disbelief, but you seem to like display a level of honesty to him when you say it.
Really,
That
though,
throws him off a
it
little.
was Kirkopes.
Well,
It's like, yeah, if you
I mean,
know
if you wanna
anyone that
fly
wants
over-
to join us, we got people.
If you want
We
to
got
try and go
space.
a little deeper, fly over, you'll see a giant 300-foot tree just sat on its ass.
no, we can't fly in there. The ship would go down.
What do you... Nah.
Yeah, I don't have
Nonsense.
any spell slots for that either, so. I'm gonna go sleep. Speaking of spell slots, good night.
You know what? Yeah. Fair. Sleep sounds nice right now.
I just want my spell slots back. I'm defenseless without them.
He's-
Basically,
Right. I'll have the cook slap something together here. And
Thanks.
yeah,
Bet he
congratulations,
doesn't
you
wanna
all.
touch me with, like a 10-foot pole. I also cooked my first meal. Would you like to try it?
Who are you telling this to?
The captain.
It
Would he like to try my crystalline hedgehog stew?
is not a hedgehog. It's a groundhog. I would never feed you guys hedgehogs.
never hedgehogs.
Groundhog, my bad. Sorry, I just remembered in hog.
So,
Do they speak the legendary language known as hog?
not anymore. These dead ones.
Clearly. Fair enough.
But
I did not take that into account.
yeah, he
that they
looks
were
at
dead.
the like singed, it's, work of a new chef who had very rough materials, and he's. I think I'll pass on that one.
Come on, it isn't terrible. It's bad, but it's not terrible.
I
Just fill
will
your
stick
stomach.
with the cook who makes something good.
I mean, you see, I could have asked him to train me, but he chose no.
It's.
He doesn't like me anymore. I don't think.
I don't know if he doesn't like you so much as he doesn't want you in his kitchen.
I've been cleaned. I bathed as soon as we got into town.
He's got a thing about hygiene. You may need like a rather extensive bath for his taste, especially since you just got back from the woods as well. You smell a bit ripe.
Well, I mean, I could imagine today he wouldn't want me in the kitchen. That's reasonable. But I mean, like, when I got back, I had literally showered the day or bathed the day before.
Yeah, he told me about what you told him. I wouldn't have let you in there either. But shower or not.
Yeah. Like I had a choice.
I mean, we all have choices, just some less appealing than others. Says looking
surprised you guys
distinctly at all the
didn't
dirt
notice.
and mud on you.
I'm legitimately just surprised you guys didn't notice. I mean,
We don't really go there too much once we're up, right? We gave it a once over, didn't find anything weird, and once we were in the air, like, who's gonna get on, right?
but that's your storeroom. Like, don't you think that the cook would have to go down there pretty regularly to grab fresh food? Fresh
That was
meat?
where we stored our more mercantile goods, not our foods.
I mean, I ate a bunch of berries.
And it's like, yes, that certainly did cut into profits.
It's okay. I'll make you some money. It's okay.
It's right. Well, you all look exhausted. So,
Especially the
how
one that's dead.
how about you all rest up for the night? My boys will keep an eye out for any weird shit, and we'll head out in the morning. Sound good?
Yep,
We
I'm
can't
going
just
to
lift
bed now.
off
Bye.
because Invisible Monkey might be angry at us.
Talk to the kids.
I mean, we
Invisible
could, but
monkey may
it'll-
be angry at us.
It'll still take us a few hours to get the ship ready for flight, and by then we'll probably only have like an hour or two to travel, and then we would land, have to set up camp in the dark.
I mean,
Plot
look at it this
twist:
way,
my next character is Invisible Monkey.
Invisible Monkey lost an arm because of the tree. That I think that's why he's mad.
I mean, did you when did you last see this invisible monkey?
When it,
When it killed our friend.
technically, not even when it killed the friend.
Yeah, we didn't even technically see it then. It was
Invisible
the only
and
time
all,
we
yes,
saw it
I
was
see.
the first time we saw it.
How did you see something invisible?
Well, it wasn't invisible when we first spotted it. It turned invisible moments after.
Which, by the way, Blight, leads to the question, why would any creature that could be invisible not be?
It's true. It's a question you gotta ask yourself.
You know what, Blight? I have a question because I saw this on TikTok and I wanted to hear your interpretation of the rules in terms of this. If you turn invisible with the torch in your hand, is the light still visible?
Doesn't invisibility specifically, like, most of the time it'll say equipment and clothes
Everything
on
you're
you,
holding, right?
or everything you're holding. So if it doesn't say that, then no, because there are rules that specifically say it.
You touch a creature, it becomes invisible until anything the creature is wearing or carrying becomes invisible. So the real question, the torch is invisible. That's not in contention. The real question is, does it cast light regardless? Do you just have ambient
Yeah.
light now? Which I almost am tempted to say yes.
Well, because ambient light would be a hell of a drug, though, because then you could just, like, if somebody had, like, servants or slaves or something.
Just all of our candelabras are enchanted to be invisible. So the room just has ambient light.
How do you know the candle went out though?
when it gets dark in that corner.
But then, how do you find the candelabra?
The servants do. Sometimes they get burned. That is
Fair
a
enough.
sacrifice I am willing to make for my ambient light.
Some of you may die. But that is a
It's a
sacrifice
candle.
I am willing to make.
Sometimes they get wax on them. Like, what's the worst that it can be?
Now we have to
Wax in
find
their
like the
eyes,
most
then they're
horrifying
blind in
death
one
by
eye.
candle options on the internet and start researching.
Yeah, right.
Just
God.
constantly pour wax over the eye until it just
Yeah,
burns.
that's
it
a
out.
bad one. Though I don't think it would ever burn it out. Probably because it just build up eventually.
Well, that's why you keep peeling.
No. The
the
worst
wax
would
away
be
so you get
the
fresh
worst
wax
would
on
be
there.
wax down the throat until it suffocates you, right?
Oh yeah, true.
And I think that's the only feasible way to do it.
No, I mean, well, you could always pull the rat in bucket insert candle trick.
And
Oh, yeah, true.
True. But that's not the candle getting you at that
I mean,
point.
it is though. The candle is a very key component.
It is a component, but it is not the candle killing you.
I mean, if the candle were not there.
The rat would just sit there.
Depends how long the rat has
Eventually
to sit
nibble at
there
you.
for.
Yeah, eventually it would nibble at you. You're like, I'm hungry.
The candle at that point is like a catalyst. It accelerates the otherwise reaction that will take place regardless. So, the two of you get a good night's sleep. It is not difficult at all to do so. And
Get rid of a point of
Yes,
exhaustion.
spell
and-
slots.
yes,
and we
you're
go up to okay.
yes. You all gain 3 points to fatigue.
So we don't go
Up to
well
okay.
Energize.
Up to okay. Yes.
Could I just keep sleeping?
I get my hit dice back. I get my rages back. But I think I got this back on the short rest, right?
I don't know. I think rages are long rest.
I got my spell slot here.
Pretty sure rages are long rest, but let me check.
Meow, meow, meow.
Well, let's finish the long rest before you can rage again.
Yep.
And
Well, wasn't
Well,
that just a long rest?
When do we get to the long? Yeah,
Yes, you've both taken long rests at this point. You are out of the effects of the cursed land and no longer under the penalizing nature of its effects. And so a long rest simply takes a day now.
Yay, get my shifty powers back. Ow.
I'm gonna find some time to approach the captain.
And you both gain a level of exhaustion back, but not more than that.
Oh wait, shit! I should have taken that persuasion check at disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true. Oh well.
Exhaustion.
You get a single level of it back.
Yep. I still have disadvantage. I'm gonna click
Do I
that
have exhaustion?
now so that I don't forget.
Oh yeah, no, my exhaustion's at 0.
Yeah, you can
Alright.
save once, so you're good. Yeah, I'm
and
gonna find the captain at some point.
okay, yeah. Early in the morning, sun's been up for a while, but you have not, and you are now up. You
I'm gonna
see
take a
that
shower.
the people here are beginning to pack up. Probably another hour or so before you're fully launched, but captain's kind of giving orders to people, but sees you come up and yeah, what's up?
Hey,
Is
was
that the
anyone
technical
taking
term
the
they said?
night?
Yeah,
Hey,
that's the
what's up?
technical term. That's the nautical term for how are you doing? Is what's up?
Was
Was anyone taken in the night?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. The invisible ape did not follow us out of the woods, I believe.
I like how he's terrified of that.
Just gonna invisible ape
Insta-killed
him one day.
somebody.
And just, that's gonna be the boogeyman of this campaign. Like, it's the fucking ape.
Also, were you aware that you were housing a shapeshifter?
Oh no.
He
Shapeshifter, damn it. As I'm heading to the showers.
he give me a persuasion check.
Who, me? Or him?
No, big.
Still not bad.
Still not bad. And so he takes you very seriously
Damn it.
and says, "Listen, I've known these men for years. Something was off with them. Well, I don't think there is, so one of you then? Which one?"
A woman. She's a witch.
Yes. She's a witch.
I'm just being in the shower, to be dragged out of the shower by his men.
Fucking burned at the stake.
And he looks you deathly serious in the eye and says, "All right, how should we handle this? Is she too powerful? Can we take her right now?"
I believe she
I wanna
might
go-
be.
I'll fight my fucking way out of the ship. Think I won't.
I believe she'd be much faster than any of our men here.
But we can catch her by
She
surprise,
turned
yes?
into a-
She doesn't
she turned
suspect
into an elk.
anything yet.
Think I won't kick the captain's ass and make him my own ship.
All right, here's what we'll do. We'll get into the air, and she can't escape well, she'll die if she jumps out as an elk, right?
I can
And,
jump into other
I'll
things
need you
besides the
to-
elk.
She still trusts
How did you know about
right?
the elk?
You've traveled this far. So lure her to the edge somehow. And I'll have a few good men, and we'll just rush her and shove her off the ship.
You see, one problem with that. She turned into a bunch of stars. And I don't know if she can fly like that.
This is a dilemma.
This is a dilemma. All right, here's what we'll do.
Step out of the shower area now and be like, what the fuck you guys talking about?
Here's what we'll do. Crispin is believe we're still heading back that direction. I'll say that we need to make a stop. A bit more supplies that we didn't expect. I'll tell the guards there, and we'll get them to deal with her.
At this point, I'm just like standing there looking at them out of the shower.
Out of what shower? You're in the middle of nowhere with a ship and tents.
That's a
said I
good
was
point.
gonna,
I
like,
was
yeah,
kind of
there's
curious.
also-
Like, she's like,
Up.
I'm on my way to the shower. I'm like, whoa, what?
I meant like wash up. Like, found some water.
You
I was
make a
like,
shower with shape water, right?
Yeah. I mean, I
Look,
can do that.
she even makes the water run. The witch.
I'm like, how many times do I have to explain that I'm a fucking druid? I'm literally protected. Why does no one understand this?
Protected by
He's not been told
sorcery.
He's not been told that. He doesn't know what you are. Just knows that you're a shapeshifter.
I was just like, be like, yo, fucking orc goblin thing. The fuck are you talking to him about?
Nothing,
I
nothing.
know.
We were
Just
just
checking up with
planning
him,
out
make
the,
sure.
the trip. We'll need to make a quick stop in Chriswin. There's some supplies we didn't get.
Was he telling you how I shifted into an elk?
No.
I'm gonna call
I
bullshit.
haven't heard anything about that.
I'm an empath. I can tell you're lying.
I mean,
Wait, are you an
The,
empath in this game or the other game? Are you mixing
The
characters
other
here?
Yeah.
game, but I'm mixing characters, but I'm at least trying to persuade him. Be like, I'm a druid. You are.
give me
aware.
an insight check. Give me an insight check. And
Where's my insight? Whee! Oh, I actually have a +5.
Wait, I feel like
he's
she,
lying.
I'm just gonna. I was gonna say like, if she didn't get that, I was gonna say I feel like she should have gotten advantage for the sole reason that like, he didn't have a huge reaction like he did when I originally told him. He was like, "No, nobody told me about you being a sheep."
No, he didn't have a huge reaction because he rolled a 5.
Oh,
I'm a druid. I am protected underneath the gods. You cannot kill me.
Witch!
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm gonna have to persuade someone to like actually tell them that I'm actually what the fuck I am, so I don't get murdered.
Well, that's why it's not a deception.
2 1s, 2
Yeah.
1.
So he takes a deep breath. Oh,
I'm still more persuasive.
and he
I should
whirls around and whacks you on the side of the head, Siak. It's-
Ah, fuck. She's a witch.
and he
Go around explaining to
looks at you
everyone
and
I'm
he
a
says-
witch now.
he looks at you and he says, "Ah, not a shapeshifter, just a druid. Don't you know the difference?"
They're the same fucking thing.
No.
Not a very worldly type, are you?
I did not get out of my city much.
Well,
He's like, I was kind of chained to the place.
You know, it's kind of in the name. I'm of the famed Encore family. You see, we
Never
were
heard of
tossed
them.
between islands, and then we just gripped onto whatever we could find real tight.
you know, I feel like I've heard a bit of, like, that's old country stuff. Back before we had the ships.
Yeah.
They still doing that? Like, didn't that kill a lot of them?
Well, I mean, we have a
It
whole.
was like
family
them
of
and
little
chimney
people out
sweeps
there.
were probably the most highest mortality rate jobs.
I mean, what can I say? They still needed us out there. Part of the
At
reason
this
why I
point-
got these muscles.
I'm just gonna flip off his character, just like go walk on the deck and lay down in the sun.
Sorry, miss. You know how it is. Shapeshifters, they make people jumpy.
Which
Just gonna throw a rock at him. Shut the fuck up. I'm not gonna explain to every person in every town we go to that I'm not a fucking witch.
which
And I saved your ass, didn't I?
She just admitted she's a witch!
No, you saved the one who died.
I still saved the majority of the group, okay? Without me and hitting those blows, everyone probably would have died.
You do realize I was carried off by one of those damn dogs. You couldn't do shit about that.
Yeah, if it wanted to keep running, it would have kept running.
I would have let it keep running at this point if I knew that you were just gonna go tell everyone I'm a witch and a shapeshifter.
Because you are.
I am not! I am a druid! There's a difference! Look it up. You can read.
You have your shape, and you shifted.
Look it up in a book. Find a book if you can read,
Witch.
and read about druids.
Witch.
Short goblin.
So, after about an hour, the ship is loaded back up with the various camping gear, and the sails are raised. The crystal inside the center hull is catching light from the mirror that funnels the light into it, and the ship begins to ascend slowly at first, and a little faster. Your ears popping a few times. A couple of the crew's ears, just like a bit of a tear goes by as one of their ears doesn't pop, and it's just like massaging it the whole time.
It hurts so bad when they don't pop.
It really does.
And then it hurts
What, they're
even
trying to
more
do
when
like
it
the
actually
open mouth
finally
trick?
pops.
Like,
Yeah, he's like mouth open, trying to sing just to get his ear to pop. Eventually it does, and just
Whale.
this look of pure relief hits his face.
Like, no, it actually hurts when it like finally pops and you actually.
Yeah, it does sting, but there is that moment of like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go let my dogs outside.
Joke.
And then his ears fill after like 5 minutes. And he's just stuck.
Well, you begin making your way eastward, back towards the city of Chrisman. And the the first day passes. Honestly, the weather is pretty decent. Below you are some light clouds, but nothing too big. Just a cloudy day, no rain. It's a bit chilly, but once you're above the clouds, the kind of atmosphere regulating effects of the crystal that keeps this thing aloft also begin to take place, and um, kind of almost like a localized pressure keep you all from not suffocating or from suffocating in the as you do hard work at high altitudes.
Question. They have water up here, right? In the ship.
Yeah, in some barrels.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up my water skin while I have the opportunity to do so.
Right. Yeah, they don't begrudge you it. And the day is it's nice, honestly.
I would like to find the captain again.
Okay. You easy enough. You see him at the helm of the ship, just kind of loosely steering, but mostly just letting the ship kind of drift along. You have a very slight tailwind that is propelling the ship in eastward.
You know, I'm curious. Do you ever believe that you've flown overhead one of the great beasts? Taint the land.
He says, "Well, I mean, there's a few of them that like to move around, but most of them stick to their area, you know. Certainly hope not. Honestly, there's not many of them that would just be walking around that I can think of, at least. The only one that might really be traveling, well, you know, speaking of changelings and whatnot, but the skinwalker himself, it well, you never know quite where it'll be, but I don't think I've flown over it. Hell, scares me to think of it, but maybe it's been a passenger. Right?
Yeah, that would be quite an unsettling thought.
Yeah. So,
But I'd imagine a ship would never make it to port with a skinwalker on board.
it's the tricky one. It can copy anyone, right? You'd never know.
Hmm. I mean, you don't think he'd try and massacre everyone on board, or?
I mean, the stories say it's a long-term thinker, right? It's one of the smart ones. Pits cities against each other, man against man. Doesn't like getting its hands dirty, right?
That is interesting.
He looks you over and is, you don't have many stories of him out where you're from?
Well, I was aware of him, but I figured he was more bestial to in a sense. 'Cause
How it
generally
can
when
be. There are plenty of stories of him taking the shape of great beasts and tearing through armies, but just as many of him, you know, sneaking around and all sorts of unpleasantness there. You didn't answer my question. Where exactly are you from?
Oh, I am. Where did I put it? Merlister.
Oh. Not heard of the Skinwalker all the way out there. He's, well, you're just north of the haunts, right? That's his space.
I'm not 100% familiar with the map. Where are the haunts?
So the Liar's Haunts is the cursed land that most people believe the Skinwalker to have come from. The one that takes on its properties. People who stay there turn into beasts and shapeshifters, right?
Beast.
So that might be a point of interest for my character. Something to take into account there. Let me actually write that down somewhere. Is there a note? Oh, there is a notes tab, but I feel like there isn't a good place to put it.
Oh, he
Hello?
returns.
Ah,
Hello?
Beast.
It's
beasts.
tasty.
Him
Fear,
queens.
fear the old blood.
What was the place called again?
The Liar's Haunt.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, they say the place is crawling with all sorts of whatevers, doppelgangers. It's all together pretty unpleasant place.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Hmm. You know, being the adventuring type, I might want to visit that place someday.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Nobody.
Not much
would.
out there that it's not like here where giant crystal trees is a good motivator to go in. I haven't heard of much out in there that would motivate a
I'm
man to go
sure-
there.
How many people have ventured deep enough to find something?
That's true. No obvious things then. It's also one of the harder ones to go in. All the beast types, they can smell you, you know. Hard to sneak past.
Yeah, I'm sure it's somewhat the same with beast races.
I mean, somewhat, yeah, but it's the wares they they get a bit stronger.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't. He kind of leans over and says, "I wouldn't let any of the good folk hear you comparing him to wares and whatnot. It's
Oh no,
bad
no.
form."
Yeah, that distasteful. That was my bad.
Anyways, we're thinking about letting the ship down here in about an hour or so. Give us a couple hours to set up camp and get a good night's rest in.
Damn,
So
I just woke up.
No, it's you've been traveling for about for a little on like 10 hours now.
All right. Oh, by the way, have you like developed the map more or no?
I mean, yeah, I've developed the map more, but
We'll have to get a hold of a map at some point.
yeah, that is what you would want to do.
We're giving you more time to come up with scary places.
That
I
is
don't
true.
like this.
The sooner you nail down a map, the less I can tweak it later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was one of the dangerous things about my space campaign is you guys are just letting me come up with like, and that's a planet.
Yeah, right.
And on top of that, we were just giving you ideas. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, there were times I was like, and that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah. I mean, there were some times where we came up with some real nightmare fuel. I was just like, yeah, I said it. So, the yeah, the ship begins to descend, and over the course of an hour, does land in a clearing nearby. That is well, a clearing. It is spacious enough for the ship to land, and enough room for the crew to kind of set up um a kind of perimeter and begin unloading tents, and the cook is like bringing out a grill and whatnot. One of the guys, I would say about three of the guys, gather up bows and go look for some large game that they might be able
Can
to.
I go with them?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this. Yeah, three of them gather up bows. Do you do you accept one as well?
Just stick with my javelins.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage.
Survival. I assume I also don't have exhaustion anymore, or do I still have? Wait,
You
no,
have
no,
not
I
taken
do,
a second
'cause
long
you-
rest. You
So
Yeah.
it's normal. Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, it is straight. So yep. So you are a bit tired, and eventually they just like, look, we appreciate the sentiment, but maybe it's best that you're kind of slowing us down, you know, stomping all around the
Reasonable.
place.
I haven't gotten a good night's rest there. I kind of overestimated my ability in the moment.
Yeah, and one of them looks at you and is like, yeah, we can kind of see the bags, but you know, get a good night's rest. We'll have more hunts. You can come along then. We can see you know something. Just you're not on your best form today.
Appreciate it. I'll go ahead and make my way back to camp.
All right. Yeah. Make your way to camp, and you know, you can see a few people kind of walking around the perimeter of the camp, setting up little tripwires with bells, setting up some kind of like snares for small game and
Why are
whatnot.
we here again?
The night is coming, and the ship can't fly through the night.
Oh yeah, huh.
Solar powered ships.
Oh, we're gonna get attacked again, aren't we? I feel it.
Possibly.
Feel it in my bones.
It can't do.
The so the yeah, everyone just looks to kind of be setting up camp is essentially what is going on. Not too long after, probably like an hour or so, with a good hour of light left. you hear a crash as something impacts the side of the ship, snapping one of the masts.
Oh god damn it.
The ape.
The
the
has come for us.
the roll of thunder from a cannon passing over the camp as from fairly the trees around you having masked its approach, no one having been sat up in the crow's nest keeping watch. You see another ship that has made its way out towards your own, and
Oh, we
very
fucked
obviously fired on it.
up.
And
And
stuff me
as
in a
it
cannon and fire me in that.
and Captain kind of looks at you and he says, "No, they've kind of got us by the balls here.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah,
I gotta make a run downstairs real quick. I'll be right back."
All right, 5-minute water break, Blight.
He's already
He's already gone.
All right, I
So
think
it's a yes.
I think we should take the 5 minutes. Amethyst, can you like message him 5-minute water break?
Sure.
I'm gonna. I think this is. I think. Oh. Game. Please. Please. There we go.
As soon as I like heard that there was a cannon fired, I was like, oh, we fucked.
All right, I am back.
I scream at them in Terran.
Okay, 5-minute water break.
You have to wait till the 5-minute water break to scream at the opposing people that are going to murder us.
You see, I scream at them in Terran. It gets the angels to come. Clearly, they're gonna travel
yeah.
this far.
It
away
summons
from
them. Yeah.
They just hate all Earth elementals. Honestly, that was so fucking funny. How coincidental.
It really was. I was like, oh, it's yeah, they got a portal to the. They wouldn't like it if we're. I was like, he really does know Terran, huh?
That was fucking wonderful. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Hey, Blight.
Yes.
I just thought about something.
Mm.
So, you know how my subclass is gonna give me proficiency with improvised weapons, right?
Yeah.
And you know how barbarians have proficiency with shields, right?
Yeah.
Could I have an improvised shield? Like, could that be an option?
I mean, I don't see why not, but what benefit would it give you?
I don't know. I probably just took up temporary +1 to AC with the chance of it breaking almost immediately. And probably also would make it so that I can't use heavy improvised weapons, so anything that would require me to use both my hands.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
well?
well, how well?
How wow?
Oh, wow.
Blight, did you see
Wow.
Josh message me?
Yeah. I see Josh messaged me at least.
Yeah, Josh messaged me. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" I'm just like, "Playing D&D." He's like, "Oh yeah, cool. What day?" And I'm like, "Wednesday." And he's like, "Oh, I could actually do that day." And I'm like, "Well, you got to talk to Blight."
Hmm?
So tasty,
And
my
we found
lad.
a barbarian this time.
Yes,
Barbarian.
master.
Tasty's gonna play a frolicking fairy bard that can get to like.
Another bard would be nice. Well,
I think
Or literally
Tasty
any
just tapped out.
spellcaster
Replace
other
the two
than the
bards.
one druid we have.
hey, we have isn't Napkin's character a wizard?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
always forget what Napkin is, because he like never does
And then-
his class shit, right? Like even in the last campaign, I was like, "What are you again?"
It's
And then Blade is
Blade
some
is
sort of
something.
warlock paladin thing. I have no idea what the fuck he is.
Oh yeah, didn't we need to like unoverpower one of my ability?
Ah, we'll worry about that later.
yeah.
Just don't use it. Try not to.
It's actually really good. What do you mean? Just don't use it.
I mean, you have it. Don't feel bad to use it.
I mean, if I'm in I can't word. If I'm in immediate
What
danger of
is-
dying, I'm gonna use it.
What is Coain for fuck you? I'm just kidding.
It's Kowain. Fuck you. And they all magically speak Kowain.
Oh boy.
The funny thing is, I think I'm one of the 2 party members that knows Coain.
Yeah, no, I don't know Kowain. I
Yeah,
know
we
like
kinda need to make sure.
2 of the languages. 3 if you count sporadic.
Blade knows Celestial. I know Terran and Coain.
I know Primordial, Sylvian, and Druidic. So
Don't you have to pick a certain primordial language, or is there just a primordial language?
there's just a primordial language.
Oh, I know. I'm thinking. Am I thinking? Are primordial and elemental like the same thing? I don't remember.
Primordial is the overarching language, with there being like branches of it.
Hmm. Okay. I thought that primordial was always split into 4 branches. I didn't know that there was like an overarching one that they all kind of rooted from.
Yeah, I think primordial is like the, like you technically speaking primordial, though I personally break it down into the various elemental languages. Like they might be able to understand each other, but it's like accents almost.
I was gonna say dialects.
Yeah, dialects, accents, something like that. It's like sometimes how you can't understand Florida man, because he
Fair
does.
enough.
Speaks English, but does he?
I mean, speaks English. He's just on acid.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Acid,
is going on in
PCP,
that
you name
picture?
it, he's
Blake?
on it.
Hmm. That's a picture alien, all right.
But yeah, I scream at them in Terran.
And as the ship kind of comes down to sit comfortably, probably about like 50 feet above you all, cannons pointed towards your own ship and towards kind of the crew in general.
We dead, boys.
This this elf kind of leans over the side of the ship.
Wait, good question.
Hmm.
Can I? This might be a dumb move, but a move nonetheless. Gonna stealth my way up to the crow's nest and see if I can jump on the underside of this ship.
Okay, give me a stealth check. It's going to be very difficult.
I am right under them. How are they supposed to keep an eye on that?
They're not above the ship. They're sitting like 50 feet in the air, but they have it so their cannons can point at the ship, which means they're not directly above.
Fair enough.
They're more like above your, kind of like, not even above your camp really. They're just kind of off to one side of the clearing, such that their cannons can point at your camp and your ship.
Well, then never mind. I don't think I'll be able to make a jump from the crow's nest to their ship, would I?
It might be possible, but it would definitely have to be a good jump. So,
I'm still gonna get up on the ship,
alrighty.
tie a rope to a javelin, start pulling, throw and start pulling. I'm just kidding.
Alright.
Hello?
So yeah, the this elf woman kind of leans over the side of the ship and says, would this happen to be the Bullhead, captained by a Gillian? It most definitely is, if anyone chooses to reply.
Why are you asking?
Well, it would be a shame if we shot at the wrong ship. I mean, we'd still take your shit. But,
We claim it all. It's ours, of course.
yeah, I
We just-
mean, we've already
we're
shot at
looking at the
you.
right
Like, what, are
one.
we just gonna go away?
It's like it doesn't matter who you are. We've already shot at you, but like out of decency, we want to make sure that their contract's right. They would apologize as we're looting you and stealing all your shit to leave you in the middle of nowhere.
You know, if it's not, we can just take your shit, leave you your ship, and not kill you.
Wait,
Oh yes,
aren't
both
carrying
ideal
your-
outcomes.
Can you just
We aren't
confirm
carrying
your
our stuff, are
identity
we?
while I load this firearm, please?
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we prepare to kill you. We want to make sure you're the ones we're supposed to kill.
So I have this habit
Wait.
of writing down names on bullets. Can you just confirm this is yours?
Can you confirm I spelled your name correctly?
I would actually like to try and get up on the ship.
All right.
I'm not gonna sneak on there. I'm just
Okay.
gonna hop up on the ship,
He's gonna get
go
himself
down,
killed.
and grab our things. I'm gonna wait.
So as you make a step towards the ship, you hear, little goblin fellow, if you would please not.
But
I look at the captain and be like,
that's
"What are
my
we gonna do
shit.
now?"
Uh,
Cap-
no,
I
Cap-
don't
it
think you
is.
want to draw any attention to the captain.
And the captain at this point is kind of like, you see like a vague look of panic, that
I
is
see.
like he wasn't expecting this, so to speak.
We do be fucked, boys. I called it.
And the
Why are
captain
you
kind of
trying
walks up and says, this is the Wind Cutter, and I am its captain, Bertrand. And he's just kind of like wiping down the front of his coat. Not the worst lie he's ever given.
Not the best either.
But he says it, and the person on the ship is not messing around. They're not fooled by this lie, and they kind of look over to the side of the ship, and it says the Bullhead on the side right there.
What did you do to get us murdered, Captain? Jesus Christ. I go from one murdery area to another murdery area. It's great.
And he just kind of like in a very quiet voice is like, nobody was supposed to know. Like,
No, what, you dumbass? What did
well,
you do?
I'm sure there's some way we could get we could handle this amicably. Like, surely you don't want an all-out fight, lose some men. Like, we can just give you what you want, and you be on your way. And the captain kind of trying to be very diplomatic
I
as
think
the
they make
cannons
your
stare him
spirit-
down.
I think she wants you dead. I don't. What did you do to her?
And the ship kind of lowers itself more until it is touching the ground, at which point a plank is thrown over the edge. Cannons all still pointed towards you.
Ooh, very pirate-like.
Wait,
And
if it's on the ground, and are they pointed at us or the ship?
both.
Oh, okay, so they've positioned themselves between us and the ship.
No, they have So if, let me kind of quick draw. If this is the clearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your ship, the camp, their ship, guns.
Oh. How much space between our ship, or us, the camp, and them?
You would probably put it at about yeah, you would be comfortable putting that at about 50 feet away.
Okay.
It'd come down pretty close. It's not the biggest clearing in the world.
My bits is like we're not gonna go through this diplomatically because you somehow pissed her off, or she's being paid for this. So how much are we gonna die?
Give me a let's see. Give me a perception
Insight?
check.
No, I can
And
perceive.
Perception or insight, your choice. I'll say.
Eh.
Let's see. Yeah, he seems nervous, but you don't notice anything too off about his movements, as other than the fact that he's got cannons pointed at him.
Oh, he actually rolled decent this time.
What's that? Yeah, he rolled decent this time. Finally the GM doesn't roll sub 10. I've been feeling your pain, Scarlet, of the GM rolls here.
Like occasionally you get like an overpowered roll, and then the rest of them are just like, nah.
Yeah. Finally rolled a 19 for once. So he kind of like brushes his pants off and says, I'd get ready for a fight here, but hopefully I can talk them down, just give them what they want, and they'll be on their way.
What did you take?
Didn't take. They're stealing from me.
What do you have that they want?
We'll get to that. They're getting off their Listen,
Can I
We
try
have-
and sneak away?
we have pirates to deal with.
I just want to know what I'm getting murdered for, okay?
Blight Shama?
Yeah,
May I try and sneak away?
yeah. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Still at disadvantage. Huzzah! There's stealth. Let's see, what does
How
that
are
give
you
me?
still at
That's
disadvantage?
12, not a terrible. Well, because
Not
we haven't gotten
terrible.
our second rest.
So where are you trying to sneak to?
From the camp behind our ship.
Okay. Got it.
Of course, the
So-
goblins can go hide.
You do, and as you go, a crossbow fires and a bolt kind of pierces the way in front of you. This is the second time, Goblin.
Might give him the finger.
Listen, we're trying to
Four
not
more
get
dudes
murdered
on
here.
the ship bring up crossbows.
Don't flip them off. They're gonna murder us even more.
Give him
I'd like my body to be
double
intact
duke,
when they.
double duke them up, just both of them.
If
All right, 4 crossbows go off. What's your AC?
That's the point. It's like, I
Oh,
was just
15.
kidding, Blight. I don't know.
What's that?
15.
I gotta love it. You're lucky only one of them hits you, but the one
mean,
that does
could I
hit
help?
you is a crit. Um,
Could I help? Could I just like put up like use the shape water and freeze water? I'm assuming we're near someone with water, and just like shield
You have your
him.
water skin.
I do.
not now.
I do
that
water
is-
skin.
on his own.
they've been fired already at this point.
Dang.
So they slam into you for a total of 13 piercing damage. One of them does.
Ow.
I can heal you 1 second. Finally have my.
This
Can
is-
I?
you hear from the ship, and this is feeling saucy still.
Can I pull the arrow out and just snap it? It's like a little peachy.
A little Fiji.
Good, that's how I like them. Now, if you could get with the rest of everyone, we're going to be saying something, and I don't like repeating myself. And from the ship, this elf woman, you see, she carries a staff with her that she kind of clacks on the wood of the gangplank here before using it as kind of a walking stick. As she gets closer, behind her, a bunch of bandits of varying races. You see a Loxodon, a Goliath, so, a couple of humans,
Ooh,
some lizard
okay.
folk.
Fun times.
Yeah, just a motley crew of them. But you, I would say, Cecilia, you can still see there is one person in the one person in the not one person, but there looks to be people in the ship still manning cannons. But the bandits kind of make their way up, and the woman says, "So, here we are. I think your name was Gillian, right?" And the halfling captain kind of steps forward. I think you've got me at this point. So listen, I know what you've come for, and she whips a crossbow out and bolts him in the head.
Ah, god damn it, he's the only one that could fire the ship. Son of a bitch. I swear to god, if we get like trapped somewhere again, I'm gonna be very salty. I do not want a green ape visible thing coming after me again.
And he drops like a sack.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she kind of nods towards one of the crew. This big old Loxodon, like fully armored, giant polearm in his hand,
Hi.
goes over and kind of picks the body up and brings it back towards the captain. She's like, "No, search him. What? We're here for the." All right. And she rifles through his clothes, pulls out a wooden box.
What's in the box?
And it's about it's a box probably a little smaller than forearm in size, kind of like large enough for maybe like a piece of jewelry, right?
What's in the box?
And as she opens it, the Loxodon, who's standing right behind her, takes his polearm, and her head is swiftly separated from her body. Alien, would you like to describe your character?
Ah,
You just murder her for a necklace?
seems like it.
Not necessarily
His
just for a
necklace.
necklace, as I am a large, well, you can't really tell any bodily details behind armor, but a large Loxodon, pure white, with some inscriptions in the tusks, and generally looks like my character image, I suppose. Here, minus all the cool stuff I don't have yet. I can't blow that up, so, fight me. But,
I know which one it is.
and, I suppose, Blade, I'll turn to the rest of the party I've just betrayed and start running towards them.
All right.
Oh,
So-
murdery time? I'm fine. with the
let me
dragon
destroy
sounding.
this here real quick. Give a more kind of like
Oh, there goes Scarlet. My heels. No. Oh, my heels are back.
Hi, I'm back. My internet said no.
So, oh god, I don't know why it's. I guess we're gonna get a very funky tail end of the. No, okay, I don't even know what happened there.
Ow.
All right, so that is the side of the ship. You guys are all on the far left. Alien, go ahead and place yourself more like center.
I love how we, despite being very, very different in terms of size, we occupy the same space.
So sorry, I was temporarily on the phone when you described what the introduction. Like, could you go over it one more time?
So your crew landed the ship, and the captain at this point landed the ship enough to get the crew to disembark. There's still a few people on the cannons, but the the most of the crew disembarked, and the captain proceeded to very swiftly murk the captain of the other group's ship, and had you bring over his body. At which point she pulled out a wooden box, maybe about like 8 inches long, a few inches wide, and a few inches deep. And was opening it to take a look inside when you cut her head off.
Murder.
Murder.
Murder. The best thing
So.
that came of that game.
Let me. Why is that not being placed on El Maparino?
Yes, it says no.
There we go. There's 2 of them now.
Where the heck am I?
May
I don't know.
have the heels.
Some Deuterinos standing by. Can you have the what?
I was speaking more so to Scarlet.
Yeah. Scarlet,
What?
you want to put yourself on the left there?
Oh, I totally did not. I don't want to. No, it's not. It's not being nice again.
Oh, no. Here, let me see if I can.
14.14.
14.14, huh?
Dude, it's not even pulling up my character sheet. Excuse me, roll 20?
Roll 20, why?
Refresh. Let me try refreshing the page.
I already did that.
I placed you on the map, if nothing else, but you're gonna need to get your character sheet going.
And yes, where I'm not wearing plate, I'm wearing currently chain armor or chainmail. So, interlocking metal rings, a layer of quilted fabric underneath, that kind of stuff.
Right, bandits fucking low rolling their initiative.
Yes.
In typical me fashion, my bandits or my enemies will never high roll initiative.
Yay, character sheet's working.
There it is.
Except for I'm stupid and forgot how to roll initiative again. Where the fuck? Hold on. Oh, I found it. Haha. Haha. I roll low,
14.14.
per usual.
let me find one more thing. There's one from an old game there. There we go.
What's that?
That's a dude.
No. Just time.
All right. So, are we all on the initiative? Yeah. Just have them all go at the same time. I think that is the best way to go with that. So, Siak, yeah. You see this you see this mountain of a man slash and cut down the captain. What do you do?
And I start my turn as every barbarian should. And I rage. And I follow that up by gonna move up 40 feet. Wait, that doesn't give me a range jump, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Then we'll go to the closest man.
The poor closest man.
And then I'm gonna give him one of these. Oh, whoops! I think I rolled it. I still rolled it disadvantage. My bad. That's my bad. It still
Oh, no.
misses.
Yeah, that is not going to hit, unfortunately. So as you rush down this guy, he looks surprised over towards his supposed ally, and says, "What the?" And turns back to see you about to jab him with your trident, ducks out of the way, whips his weapon out, and turns to face you now. I do need to order these so that they actually go in descending. There we go. Surus,
Hello.
your moment has
Hello there.
come.
Well. So, how far up is this boy?
So there is a plank essentially that leads up there.
Oh, so he made a mistake.
He didn't think he was making a mistake. But yes, this is the second in command. Both the captain and him were spellcasters, from what you remember.
Okay. So I'm gonna dash up here.
Alrighty, yeah. He's
Let me see.
you hear he actually is like, Surus, what the? Oh, Surus.
Don't you have a goring rush? I know Minotaurs do, but do Loxodons as well?
Probably not on a turn, but not anything that I have specifically mentioned, unfortunately. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Cecilia.
What?
I
None
get
of the
it.
guards from the boat are helping us?
They're
We'll
all
get to what the other guards are doing here in just a minute.
they're all surprised that their captain's dead, and they're like, okay then.
A lot of things are
Packing up
going
camp.
through their head.
They're all packing
but
up camp, getting on the ship, and leaving us behind.
yeah. They're like, oh, look, they're distracting them. Let's get the fuck out of here, right? So, Cecilia, your turn.
Scarlet.
Scarlet,
Scarlet,
did you die?
Yes.
your turn.
My internet died.
Okay.
Are any of them
Whoa.
in sight range?
Do all of them.
All right. I'll go for the one down there in the corner area, I guess.
Bottom or top?
Bottom.
All right.
Opiums?
Yeah,
Barbarian
devil.
is horde.
Level 1 cantrip, right?
What's that?
Level 1 cantrip, right?
Are you you can cast a cantrip or you can cast a spell. They are
I
two
know-
different things.
I know, it says what level cantrip.
Oh, weird. Level 1, yeah. I didn't know that was a thing.
Me neither.
Why did that not roll?
So let me see with your character sheet.
I clicked on the
20.
thingy instead of the actual attack. Never mind, I know why.
Okay.
I was being stupid. Do I even have it there? Probably not. Oh, it's insect plague. Wait. Yeah, infestation, insect plague, same fucking thing. No, it's not. God dang it.
Ooh, that's a. I don't know if those are the same thing. That's a very strong spell. If it were. Here, so what you
Why
want it
is it
to
not
output
there?
is attack instead, I would think. Spell attack, none. Its damage is 1d6. Its type is poison. I believe, right?
Yeah.
And it is saving throw Constitution. Your dice. All right, try now. Hopefully it'll work.
Try again.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, it should work now. Hopefully.
Yay! I don't know why it didn't work the last time.
All right. I feel like that DC is not correct, but other than that. Oh wait, it's determining the con save based off of your. Wait, let me. No, that should be Constitution. Where is it determining your? Oh, it does not have your spellcasting ability listed. There we go. So now it should properly go. Yeah. Okay. Now it is working.
Oh, one more time.
All right. So yeah, he's going to try and make that saving throw. Does not succeed. And yeah, as you point your staff towards him, just from the ground, a host of beetles and worms and flies spew forth underneath him, and just this buzzing around him as he screams, just
What was that noise?
horrified, just horrified scream from this guy as he is eaten alive by bugs, still flailing, but not dead yet, but is not happy. On the bandit's turn, you hear the cannons on the ship all blast as the camp behind you is bombarded. You don't know who's still alive back there,
Oh, Ruth.
but whoever is probably not having a good day. And all of these dudes are going to go and rock people's world. This guy managed to like duck and cover, get the bugs off of him, and he turns to you, Cecilia.
Very angry. Hi, sir. Did you not like my present?
And so he's going to shoot a crossbow at you and completely whiff with a natural 2. These dudes are going to go and just kind of wreck your day, Siak. And so there is going to be a 14, like a 20 something. I think that is a 17 and a 16.
Oh no.
As well, actually, these two I think are going to shoot at Cecilia instead. So that's just a 14, a 20 something, and a 17 going your way. I assume two of those hit, if I remember right. Okay.
Yeah, 2 of those. Yeah.
Honestly, they do better range with their damage with the crossbows than they do their swords, but here we are. So even when I hit, I don't get to do good damage. They both rolled 1, so you take a combined total of 2 damage, as they that is 4 total, but reduced to half.
I mean, that still isn't unpleasant.
Still unpleasant for you. You are very lucky with, with those rolls. And yeah, and these two are going to shoot at you, Cecilia, as well. And that is a there's a 14 and a 23. You both hit.
Yep, because my armor class is 13. Haha.
First one slams into you, 5 damage. Actually, it doesn't hit you so much as just kind of scrapes past you, giving you a slight cut. Second one, even less, but it does force you to like dive to the ground and take a hard hit. Hits you for 2 damage. Total of 7 piercing damage.
Probably.
And as you know what, fuck it, we're gonna use the original name of the person who played that character. Essentially, the dude up here is a mini from someone who played in a past game of mine. Surus, as Langalebalale looks at you, hurt in his eyes, says, "Why?" And then points a finger at you and casts Ray of Sickness. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
So you have the lowest. Oh no, he's just a member. Second.
Elion?
Working on it.
Yeah, that passes. I assume you have it set to where it just auto rolls both.
I can unchange that though if you want. I just gotta
That's-
figure out
that's-
what that is.
That's just more a personal taste.
Well, this way
if
it's
you-
just like literally the one in slot 1, right? Unless
Yeah, the one in slot 1, unless you have advantage, disadvantage, right? So yeah, that works. Yeah, you succeed, and the spell slams into you, but it just kind of is and must make a con save. On a failed save. Oh, you still take the damage, but you do not become poisoned due to it.
Oh,
So
oh
that
no,
is-
not poisoned.
I thought it held
You mean
correct.
disadvantage on everything? Poison sucks, honestly. But you do take 9 poison damage.
Ooh,
My
spicy.
constitution's my health, correct?
Your constitution is kind of your health. It's a component for sure. Well, what are you asking? I'm not
Trying
quite
to
sure.
figure out how many how much to take away from what number.
Oh, so you have hit points are like right underneath your armor class are hit
Oh,
points.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Don't change the maximum, change the one that says current.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah, then Siak.
Okay. Just gonna have to get one of these, the good old pokey pokey.
Oh, pokey pokey.
Yeah. you fucking poke him right in his throat. Which do you have a preference on which?
The one that whoops.
The bottom one?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You poke him, and you just kind of like jab up and retract really quickly, and the guy is just left with a hole about the size of a dime in his throat, and just like claws at it and then falls over. he's not having a good day.
I may be hurt, but you two fuckers are next.
Surus.
And I'm gonna look at him and be like, my debt was paid. You kept me on as a slave.
Drama.
As does a 14 hit?
Yeah, 14 does hit this guy.
Plus... Is that doing everything correctly? Oh, yeah,
I believe so. You just rolled a nat 1 on the damage.
And then I'm gonna use Polar Master. 4... So 8.
To smack him with the pommel. Yeah. You see, as you tell this to him, he's already like backing away up against the edge of the ship as you slash, and he just limbos the slash. It takes off the tip of his nose, and he gets back up, and you clock him across the face with the back of the of your weapon, and he just reels back with a bloodier nose than it already was. And Cecilia.
Where did this guy come from?
Which guy?
You said he was in another campaign of yours?
This was from a campaign that I ran with my brother and his friends.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna tell your brother and his friends one of them just got murdered by an elephant?
I mean, I don't think this is the full stats of that character.
Oh, okay.
This is the token used. I think that character would honestly kill you all.
Probably.
Which
Which, I mean, it
which
probably
would-
just means it's a higher level character.
Exactly, right? That I would not do. I think it was like a
Would
5th
he
level
kill
character or
Golem,
something like
though?
that.
No, he would not kill Gullick, nor would
No,
he
he
kill Sod.
would. Yeah, he would not have killed last campaign's characters. But I think he was like 5th level or something, and would probably have like mopped the floor with a lot of you if he could get a good shot as a spellcaster. Just fireball you all and be done with it.
I can't wait till that fireball. Anyways,
Oh, by the way, so what are you doing with speed again?
So for every 5 points above 10 you have in strength, you get an extra 5 speed.
Okay.
It's the only reason why I have 40 feet of movement right now.
I'll probably
Same.
go with Starry Shape again and do Archer again because I fucked people up last time, and the other two are basically useless currently.
Okay. Got
And I
it.
don't
Yeah.
feel like using spell slots because I don't know when my next long rest is gonna be.
Yeah, you in the dimming light of the dying day, just bright luminescent form of Cecilia. Now a kind of hazy outline of a humanoid, but otherwise the shape of a constellation that forms more or less her body, and in her torso is just made up of the constellation of a bow that pulls back and fires a beam of light from her chest at one of these dudes. Go ahead and roll me the damage and the to hit.
For Archer?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. No advantage.
No.
Okay, there you go.
But a 15 is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll the damage. Yeah. This guy is clinging to life with his 1 hit point.
One hit point. God damn. Oh yeah, then I get another one, huh?
You
Oh,
use
yep.
your action to transform and your bonus
Yep.
action to do this. So you would have two things to do next turn.
Yep. I was like, oh
Yep.
wait, never mind.
Yeah. And the bandits are all like, ah! She turned into stuff. Shoot her!
She turned into Star Shooter.
Yeah, that's going to be a 16, a 10, and a 4 off of a natural 1. So I think one of them hits you.
Yeah, only one because the other ones didn't.
He did roll max damage though. Hits you for 9 piercing.
Ooh, I actually get hit.
That one
Boy.
hits you in like the meat of your thigh.
Oh, that one hurt.
And it's like, oddly enough, hits you in the meat of the thigh in your starry form. It like pierces through flesh that doesn't look to be there, and blood spurts out from where there is no leg, where there looks to just be star energy, and the arrow is kind of floating in midair.
We gotta be fucking freaking out right now.
Yeah, they're not handling it well. Two of them go for you, Siak, and that is 2 4s. I don't think they hit with any of their bonus. Only sadness remains.
Sadness remains.
And then
Drop your
Langali
shots to hit him.
yeah, Langali Balale looks to you, Surus, and says, "Please don't make me do this." And he gives a brief incantation and casts Tasha's Hideous Laughter on you.
On me.
Ew.
Yes. So I need
Is
you
that
to
charm
make
or
a
fear?
Wisdom saving throw. No, it is. It is not a form of fear.
Or charm or anything? I don't know.
Nope. Nope.
A wisdom save?
Yep. A brief chuckle comes out of you, but the malice behind it tells him that it is not the spell working. And that is his turn.
Give another one
Siak.
more stabby.
Does that hit? Just barely hits. Which one do you
Does
attack?
7 damage.
The damaged one or
The damaged one.
Okay, yeah, he gets clapped. He gets another hole put in him. Do you have a preference where?
Go for thigh. Hit me in the thigh.
Nah. The groin.
No, the poor guy.
That's
Yeah.
I'm poking 3 holes, so I get
Yeah,
him in
yeah.
both thighs and the groin.
Yeah.
Hello?
What's up?
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, I thought I got the mole bug.
Did Big get the bubble bug?
I thought I did.
I'm just checking something here.
It's not my fault that head is within perfect stabbing height.
Tiny goblin just lodges it right in the throat.
It's the wrong head, Scarlet. Not aiming for that head.
I mean, you'd be perfect height for that one, yeah. It's bad when like the DM is just silent for a little while, so you know he's planning your death, and you're like, how am I gonna die this time?
Alright.
Hey, Scarlet. Scarlet,
Yas.
it's unlikely that I get knocked unconscious here. but some heals would be nice.
Yeah, I gotta heal myself as well. Like I am druid. I don't have much in way of defense.
I am barbarian. I am tank.
Am not tank. Am at 4 health.
I am at 5. Honestly, I didn't expect things to go in this direction. That's why I kept trying to sneak onto the fucking ship.
No, I
It's,
thoroughly.
you just
expected
kept
them.
low rolling, and they were watching the entire time. The entire
Yeah, if I
like,
didn't have disadvantage on that stealth check, I probably would have made that because the first roll was an 18.
So,
Cirrus.
You do.
does he look injured? Like, beyond the bloody face?
Definitely missing a few teeth now. Looks like he still has some fight in him. You wouldn't necessarily say he's like on his last leg.
Okay. Schmack.
Whack, yeah. You whacked him with a 23.
Schmack.
Ow. Okay, he's looking a little more hurt now.
I don't want to kill him if this kills him.
Okay, yeah, no, he still has health. But
And
yes,
I'm gonna be like, then order everyone to drop their weapons. I don't want to do this either.
all right, Cecilia.
As I beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Ow.
Cecilia don't know what to do because Cecilia's at 4 health. So Cecilia rolls bad. Cecilia gonna die.
Cecilia could always take the dodge action.
Cecilia often
I mean-
speaks in first person or third person.
Oh yeah, I do great
Just
on
a
that.
D&D character that only refers to themselves in the third person. Noble background, of course.
Oh, of course.
No, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
I don't have a noble background though, so that would not
So
we-
it falls apart. You can't refer to yourself in the third person if you don't have a title. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, I don't. I really don't. I'm gonna fuck. I want to murder the guy with like 1 hit. I really do. And then I'm gonna heal myself. 'Cause
Which
I'm at
guy?
4 health. The guy that I have at 1 health.
Oh, Seahawk already got that guy.
Oh, then can I get the guy I hit with infestation earlier?
Yeah, he's down at the bottom here. He's sitting pretty with a nice 3 hit points. So,
I'm gonna murder him. Maybe.
yeah, that definitely hits. And that definitely like blows. You hit him in the neck, and he's just got like a giant fist-size hole in it now.
Fucker.
He's still like you honestly caught him like trying to reload and also scrape off like bugs on his arm that are still trying to get him, and he like looks up towards you and just beam.
Death.
You still got your action.
Yeah. I'm debating on using either healing word or cure wounds. I don't know which one.
Depends. If you want to heal yourself, cure wounds will give you more. If you're looking to heal others, healing word has range, whereas cure wounds is a touch spell.
Ah. I apologize. I'll get you next round, Siok. I'm healing myself. I have 4 health. You've got like 1 health above me and much more armor. Next round, though.
He's technically got double his health because he has resistance, right? You got to
Right.
think about it like that. He's got 10 health, not 5.
I got like 4. Literally. That's just it.
Yeah. All right, cure wounds. You give you 7 hit points back.
Fuck yeah. It's not much, but it'll do.
All right. So these two are like, actually, give me an intimidation check for Cirrus. I'll say with advantage because you're kind of these guys are dying off real quick.
Okay. Do I have anything for that? No, I don't think so. My powerful build. Eh?
All right. I will say on a 5 or a 6, they keep fighting. Nope, they're not happy with the way things are going. Yeah. So, oh god, if this guy stays around, his name. So Longali Balale.
Yeah. Sucks the suck flat on my sympathies.
He turns to the rest of them and is like, guys, just stop. And as you kind of like have your Guandao in his face, he's, calm down, sir, we don't. He's like, guys, please, weapons down. Come on. Right. And they put their weapons down. The one in front of Yusiok does so very hesitantly. He's just like watching to see if you're gonna stab him while he does it, and is kind of backing up as he does.
You realize you can throw this thing, right?
You say that, and he picks his weapon back up, but he's still backing up a bit. He's no longer comfortable keeping his weapon like not on him. And
No, drop it. Otherwise, you give me a reason to stab you.
it's like, you ain't gonna no throwing that, right?
If you don't have a weapon in your hand.
Oh, all right. And he leans back and puts it on the ground, stands
And then I
back
throw
up. All right, make an attack roll.
I'm just kidding.
And at this point, Longali also like slams his foot into the bottom of or onto the deck, and just kind of shouts at the floor like, "No more shots, guys! Come on, we're done here. We're gonna be heading. Well, I don't know what we're gonna be doing, but we're done fighting."
I love that he was like, Cirrus, what the? Oh, Cirrus.
And yeah, unless anyone else wants to attack, combat has ended.
Oh, no murder?
That's up to you guys. You can still attack. They have no weapons.
Wait, question.
I'm at 11
if I turn
health.
around, are there any new holes in our ship?
You turn around. The camp is like fucking cratered. There's no new holes in the ship, so to speak. There's just the one that was originally cracked a mast in half.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and get on board the ship here. And
Okay.
just Really, y'all is for that mast. I'm gonna feel free to take some things.
I like how you're walking away from the one person that can heal you.
Well, you can heal me in due time.
Perhaps we can discuss.
You kind of walk past and spit some blood. So you go.
We can discuss what is owed in a minute. I suppose the name is Cirrus.
Siak, and I'm gonna go ahead and walk below deck.
Okay. You see, about 4 very confused dudes just hanging out with the cannons. Like, what's going on?
Oh, we punched some holes in a few of your men. Your captain.
Oh, they're not asking you, but yeah, you can hear them like muttering to themselves.
Oh, well then I'll tell them as I come down and I probably see
Listen.
them, right?
Yeah, you do.
Then yeah, I'll just give them that information. The captain's dead. Co-captain's pretty much, well, he doesn't have a nose now. and a few more of your mates have holes in their necks.
They all look like it has to work, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first time we lost a few guys. So are we fighting for our lives here, or are you taking us prisoner?
I think we're going to be discussing that. I just wanted to get a couple things to prepare the mast, if you wouldn't mind.
It's like, yeah, we're just gonna, like, don't mind us here. We're just gonna grab our swords in case this does end up being a fight to the death.
Understandable, entirely reasonable. Just keep them in their sheaths for the time being, and go ahead and step up on deck.
Okay, we'll see about doing that. They start looking around for their swords.
What is this guy's name?
Langali Balale.
Longali. We've done quite a lot of law breaking in our life.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking it's about time. I was honestly thinking in the next town that I was probably gonna, hop off, and I was thinking of going straight. What about you, Cirrus? He's lying.
Yeah, I've mentioned to you long before that I no longer wished this life. And, unfortunately, Captain was keeping me here.
Well,
Would you consider
that debt seems to be settled.
Yeah. Would you consider a change of profession?
Absolutely, yes. This really does not seem to be working out for me. Honestly, maybe trade, like a trade skill, might suit me better. I really don't think the bandit life is working out for me right now. I would absolutely think that probably better life waiting for me doing something else.
Is he lying to me again?
Give me an insight check.
Can I go on the ship now?
Yeah, certainly.
Yay.
Seems to be truthful.
I see.
Or rather, doesn't so much seem to be truthful as seems to be hard to read. You don't know if it's the panic, or if he's genuinely saying these words, but
As I walk past, can I be like, I should recommend you some blacksmithing. You look like you do some blacksmithing quite well.
he has very thin arms.
I see this sarcastically, though.
Yeah. He's the arms of a bard, so to speak.
Siok,
pissed that I'm
who
hurt.
is your friend?
He's
I'm
below deck.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name is Cirrus. This is Long.
Cecilia.
At
I'm
this
still
point,
glowing
her
right now.
stars kind of like flicker out. They only last a minute, right? I think.
10 minutes.
Oh, never mind. You can be as starry as you want.
Yes, I would. Let me just,
They just hear me
deactivate.
from below deck. Don't mind her, she's a witch.
I'm not a witch, I'm a druid, you fucking goblin.
Which is, well, I don't blame you for your curse.
What curse? I'm not cursed.
Well, you're a witch.
I'm not a witch, I'm a druid. Why do I have to explain this to everyone?
What's the difference?
One is illegal, the other is not illegal. One is protected by the church, the other's not protected by the church. And I can shift into, like, as you can see, constellations and animals.
Looks
And
like
do
a
other
witch to
things.
me.
I'm not a witch, a druid. I won't be burned at the stake.
Longley kind of looks over to you and is like, listen, I mean, we're all former bandits here. We're not going to judge.
Yeah.
A witch is a witch.
So Longali. Or what was your name again? Cecilia. Are there injured amongst yours?
Yes, I got shot in the thigh with an arrow. But
Not
the more pressing matter is
not
the
you,
guy below deck.
the camp that got hit by cannon fire.
Dude, they're all dead.
There are no injured.
They're
Are
dead.
you certain there are no injured, or are you just assuming so?
I'm gonna assume that they're all dead. They lit that thing up like a Christmas tree.
Um,
But I could go check later.
I feel like if they are injured, we should check sooner.
Mm,
Can you rally those 3 men down there to go see if they are injured and perhaps pull them out of whatever burning wreckage they're in?
yeah, sure. We I just call them all over and be like, hey, fucktards. Here.
Yeah. You, the, they kind of point to themselves and look between each other like, "Arts."
Yes, you 3 dimwits, come here.
Seemed uncalled for. It's like, yeah, that was really like,
Listen,
all right.
I'm bleeding from my thigh. I'm not having a good day. I wanted to sleep, because I just came out of a murdery place and then I got attacked by you guys. So, not the best day. We need to go check for injured.
All right. Yeah, let's go look around. And they kind of, do you stay close to them, or do you kind of like scatter them about to look for people?
I stay close to them because I don't really trust them.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, yay, advantage. It's not going to do anything. I guarantee it.
Low rolls, man. You and me both.
Investigation check. No, I don't want my own advantage. Thank you.
Not bad. They, after about 10 minutes or so of searching, you find a few people who are not doing great. Really look like they're just about to keel over. You find one person who is just like, looks dazed, but seems to have been kind of behind a piece of or behind like a chest that was brought down
Mhm.
at the moment, and is more or less unhurt, just concussed, but no like missing limbs or anything. Everyone else is just paced.
Yeah. I pointed like one of the dudes to be like, take the concussed one back on the ship. I'll try healing these other 2 myself, and then these 2 can help me bring them up. If I see you doing any funny business, I won't hesitate to hurt you.
And you like a couple of the constellations that make up your body flare a bit before before you dismiss the transformation as the 10 minutes are up, and give them like the death stare.
Does it work? Do I intimidate them? As a druid can?
Yeah, give me an intimidation check with advantage, sure.
I'm just a very angry druid today.
So, Longley.
They look to be sufficiently intimidated. Yeah, Cirrus. And the words come out a bit more slurred as he's like feeling around where his teeth used to be. And he's managed to tear off a piece of his cloak and bandage up around his nose.
Well, to be honest, I didn't think you'd surrender. I thought I'd have to kill you all.
I ain't, yeah, didn't get into this for the dying. Yeah.
I don't think the judgment call on what to do with you is completely mine. But for what it's worth, if you're being honest about turning a new leaf, I don't wish you ill will.
And, the normally sarcastic and kind of jovial look in his eyes goes a bit serious and says, "Listen, Cyrus, if any of us go to town, like they're going to see you too, and I won't. I'm no snitch, but the rest of them,
I'm
My
aware of that, but I have committed crimes, and sometimes there is atonement to be paid.
right? Well, I mean, we'll have a few days to think it over, but just if we get into town, I don't. It's not a good time for us bandits here."
No, but, well, the only reason I was ever a bandit was to pay off a debt. I feel like I owe a bit of a debt to society again.
You and your honor are gonna get us killed, but okay.
Well, no, not you. A fine man such as yourself turning a new leaf.
Hopefully it's better than what they offer most of us.
But, like I said, it's not me or who had my entire crew and ship murdered.
That's true. Um, you don't think they're gonna? You didn't speak with them a lot, but they seem murdery.
The short one did. The
And at that point, Siak, you like come up with a bit of construction material for the mast, and Longali kind of looks at you and says, "Ah, the handsome one, yes, indeed."
I question which of these two ships is like the better one.
The one with masts that function.
Okay, but like if they were both repaired.
The merchant ship for sure, if they were both repaired.
Okay.
The one that you're on is it's definitely built. It'll go faster, but it is not super good for carrying capacity. It is more built to chase people down.
So
Guys, but have I healed the people there, or do I need to cast Cure Wounds?
You would need some kind of magical healing, or these people will die.
Alright.
All right.
Siok,
Yes.
I was thinking about what to do with our newfound prisoners, and perhaps a worker's penance and a promise of a new life to be forged might set them on the right way. And assuming you'll have me, I think you need someone to steer a ship.
You know, you point out a problem that I didn't realize existed. Yes, we do need somebody.
Do I need to cast the spell twice or just once?
There are two people, so
So twice. Alright.
twice.
Okay. So, if they were to assist in words are a little difficult. If they were to assist in repairing the damage done to the ship, do you feel comfortable letting them free?
I mean, we do still need to make our way back to Chriswyn. I don't know what Chriswyn's gonna think. I don't have a problem with letting them go.
My compatriot here has told me he plans to start a new life, and a liar he may be sometimes. I don't know if he is now, so...
Like I
Kinda
said,
looks over
once
the
we get
two of
there,
you
it's not
and-
for me to decide.
Do what?
He kind of looks over the two of you and he says, "I mean, I've been known to fudge the truth here and there, but 100% serious right now."
And,
At this point, can I just like help carry the injured people that I've healed a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, right?
I mean, you didn't punch a hole in my shoulder, so no.
I was talking to Lorley here.
Oh, sorry.
I
Just-
assumed I hadn't done anything to transgress you.
No. By the way, who's the man that shot me with the crossbow a minute ago?
I believe he's dead.
Oh, is he? Good.
Yeah. He kind of lungily points down. I think it was that one, and he points to the
I'm
one
gonna
currently
turn
being
around,
eaten
go
by
back to the
bugs.
bridge. I think I'm going to sleep now.
Ah, yes.
I need
Wonderful.
I need more spell slots again. God damn it.
It's it. And the yeah, so the bandits hear you and they're like, right, ma'am. What should we do in the meantime?
Make sure they don't die. Don't do anything fishy. But mainly don't make sure they don't die. I'm quite worried about the concussed one. These two, they'll be okay as long as you tend to their bandages. every once
Actually,
in a while.
gentlemen, if you'll come with me, I have a better idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye bye. I'm sleepy. I didn't want this.
You walk back to the camp and just like the ruined tents, the pitted ground. There is no good place to sleep here. Maybe on the ship somewhere, but definitely not in the camp.
So I know this
It
crew
cut
a
off
little
of me,
bit,
so you
right?
probably have to say that again.
Yeah,
So-
you would know this crew pretty well.
So do I? So out of the 7 remaining and the wizard, which are the like 2 or 3 most capable with carpentry stuff?
So the 3 down by Cecilia, they're like big, brawny dudes. They're not very smart, but they can carry things when you need them to, and they can hit things really hard when you need to drive a nail in. As long as you're directing them, they're good for carpentry.
Okay, and the 4 that were below decks.
They are. One of them is the kind of medic of the like more mundane medic of the ship, and then the other 3 are just kind of deckhands / fighters.
Okay, so the 3 brawny guys, I'm gonna have them like carry the 3 injured up onto the ship.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna direct the medic to like just kind of tend to them.
Okay.
And then with everyone here, I'm gonna be like, so now I'm going to go put some of you in the brig until the mast is repaired because I am not stupid. If those of you that I have provided trust to were to break my trust,
I could do that.
I will
Break your
Are
trust.
you gonna be gone in the morning?
I will have such a negative response that
What?
it would be unpleasant.
Oh.
Is that understood?
Probably.
And the 3 of them nod their head and say, "Yep, no, gonna be breaking out here. Don't want to be caught out in the woods."
All right, I'll try,
Okay, so
but I'll just do it when I get up.
will you do it when you get up, Big?
It's a bold claim, Big.
Um,
Thinking you'll ever get up.
so
Uh,
what should I? You 3, I'm gonna have you help me and Siok with the mast. And I'm gonna like take the others down to lock it. But what should I do with you, Lorley?
Well, I mean, I got one more spell in me for the day.
And can I insight that?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Yeah.
He is being truthful, and he says, "But I'm kind of built more for more for hurt today. So, if like I ain't really got any healing on me, I do have I can put some of the hurt ones to sleep if that'd help.
Perhaps.
No, I mean it would keep them still for a
That
while.
keeps them still and from opening their wounds. That's not a bad idea. You always were the clever one of the two of you.
Yeah, Captain was more of a direct methods, you know.
Fireball.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason he had to go.
You mean she?
He. It's all the same on a ship.
He was a real butch.
I don't know why I've just assumed every captain in this game so far is a girl.
You mean a guy?
Oh yeah, no, a guy, because like I assumed the other captain was a girl the entire time until
Yeah,
like last
I think
session.
you just swap the genders the moment you hear them.
Yeah,
That's kind of what it sounds like.
but yes, if you could put them to sleep,
Yeah, he kind of like, okay, clear the area around them. It's gonna hit you after if you're too close. But yeah, mutters a bit of an incantation and casts sleep over them. And they all go out immediately because they're all like they're all pretty low. They're all like 5 or so hit points. And
Wait. I just remembered. Is the cook alive?
so you look among the 3 who are still alive. One of them is the cook.
Oh, thank goodness.
I myself am something of a cook.
Hey, it's my job. Fuck off.
Oh, you're very good at it then.
No, I'm learning.
Oh, perhaps I could teach you a thing or two. Cooking's always better with friends. Loralee, help me keep these 3 in line. Let us prepare this mass so that we may both go our separate ways as quickly as possible. I imagine those men don't want to stay in the brig too long. It is hot.
Yeah, no, they... Yeah, it's honestly... I mean, it's been a nice kind of cloudy day, honestly. It's not too hot, but yeah, we should get moving. So, go ahead and give me a Carpenter's Tools roll. We'll say it is probably just strength. You're not putting together anything super complex. You're just trying to fix something that has been broken.
Do I get advantage because I'm forcefully making these men work for me?
You're working with extra hands. I will say it goes faster because of it. What might have taken a couple days will instead only take like a good portion of tomorrow to do, unless you're working through the night, in which case, you know, that is what it is.
So you said strength?
Strength with your proficiency if you have proficiency in Carpenter's Tools.
Yep. And was that with or not with advantage? I don't remember.
It was not with, but it was like reducing the time because they're not skilled, right? You're having to direct them, so it is just your expertise working on this.
Okay, so that's 10. Not great.
Right. Not great, but it is enough to get the job done. You probably don't want to go too quickly.
Yeah. A quick mass repair doesn't ever sound like a great idea.
Yeah. It's kind of like you've slotted it back into place and have this just tumor growth of boards that are bracing it. And it's like, it'll stay. Probably don't want to put sails up when it's a stiff wind, though. And by now, you could have all had a long rest, by the way. And this is probably about 3-4 p.m. the next day when you get this done.
6 of us be enough to man this merchant ship?
Maybe.
Also, if you don't mind my asking, what was it that you all were after?
Oh yeah, someone might want to go get that necklace out of the dirt.
Thought it was a necklace.
I will do that.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, so anybody have a shovel?
Well, I mean, we can probably find one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get the 3 burly men and myself. Well, after kind of the carpentry's done for the day, it's too dark to continue working on that. It's not too dark to dig holes, so I'm gonna start like digging graves.
It's not necessarily dark. It's only like 4 o'clock. You got daylight for probably another like 6 hours.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna direct them to start like digging graves.
Okay. Yeah, and they kind of break into a bit of a digging song, like a work song, as they go.
Diggy diggy hole plays in the background.
Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole.
You know, the workiest of song, Carmel Dancin'.
I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, no. The early 2000s meme humor, though. I think you'd know the song if I showed it to you, but
Probably, yeah.
let me
There's a lot of
just
music
send
that's
you.
like that for me.
Let me just hurt your ears.
You just hurt your ears.
This one came to mind because I remember seeing a meme of someone just blasting this out their window during the coronavirus. There you go, Big. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm just
Yep.
gonna be laying in the sun again.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
All right.
Watching
Well,
the birds and stuff.
so how are you dividing up crew? Is everyone coming with you? Or are you going your separate ways? Like, if nobody comes with you, you got 3 people to fly their ship with.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
we technically have one that was just days, so he'll wake up. That's 4.
True. You do have 4, and then 2 injured people.
And how many do you expect are needed?
I would say you probably, for a ship this size, you're probably gonna want like 8 people would be a rough go at
Are
it,
we
but you could
counting
do it.
the other 2 party members as well?
Yeah, you just need someone who knows, like, you can muddle through with people who don't really know what they're doing. It might affect, like, the overall performance of the ship, but you could get going. You just need someone who knows exactly what they're doing, which would be you in this case. So in that case, 2 party members, you, the injured, or the dude who didn't get injured is 4 total. You need another 4 to be able to fly this thing.
So we have us 3, the napkin and blade. That's 5.
That's true.
One-
That is
One-
5, 6 for the dude who isn't injured, and then 2 people who are currently injured but might get better soon.
So I guess I'll light them all up. We're saying the mast is repaired eventually, and that's
Yeah,
where we're at.
I would say over the time that it takes to get the mast repaired, the other 2 are perhaps not in 100% condition, but enough to like do some of the easier work on the ship. They are they're like, one of them's got a sling that keeps his 2 broken arms up against his body. The other one is like limping. You've slapped together a peg leg for his missing leg. And they're kind of fixing up their injuries, but are can do some stuff, just not a whole lot. The no arms guy's gonna have the roughest go at it.
Yeah.
He can like kick around some water to scrub the deck or something.
So, officially, I'm going to be returning command to the acting second and Lorelei. Unless Lorelei, you wanted to come with us.
He kind of looks over the crew and he says, I mean, I do, but I can't just leave the rest of these fools here.
Right.
3 of them don't know that we can't pull their head out of their own ass. The doctor's a bit of a loon. The other 3 are kind of like, they're more action men, right? They aren't thinkers.
Do I know any of them that were kind of like pressed into this that weren't too happy about it? Like, was the Doctor act like Pirates in History, where like they took a ship, they were like, oh, there's a Doctor, and they forced him to work with them, or like anything else?
This doctor is, he's not necessarily working with you with pirates out of choice so much as he is just, he's not exactly the most stable of individuals, and is really, this is where he could get work. So he's not here necessarily by choice, but he did choose to come here, right?
Okay.
The 3 not too smart guys, you gather they aren't really necessarily fully conscious of what their their choice was. They just kind of like, hey, these people were nice to me, I'll go with them. And then the other 3, you get a fair chance that they were probably in on this, and are fully on board for what they were doing.
So I'll look to the brawny guys and I'll be like, well, we can always use a little bit more muscle, and where would you guys like to go?
And they kind of look between you, Surus, and Longley, and they like, oh, I mean, Surus pretty nice. Longley's really funny. I mean, I think, you got a lot of strong guys on your side. Longley looks like he could, if he's staying, he could use some friends. Some of these guys on the ship are kind of mean, and I don't want him to get bullied.
Okay. And the other 2?
That is kind of like, they all look to be brothers.
Oh, okay.
And are more or less a package deal.
Okay. And I'll turn and address the rest and be like, well, I do need 2 individuals. Is anybody looking to accompany us back to the nearest port, where you may either stay with us or slip into a crowd discreetly?
And they kind of look all between each other, and Longley says, well, I mean, if you're going to a port, honestly, this ship's kind of, well, with the amount of crew we have, I don't know exactly how well this would go. I mean, we could kind of like swap crew back and forth and bring you, and kind of follow you in. And those who want to stay can, and those who want to get off can.
Well,
that'll
I was
work.
going to kind of give you the advantage of disappearing into the mist in case they start asking questions when we get there.
That's true.
If you disappear, that's why I was asking if anybody wanted to tag along for now.
At this point, the doctor kind of raises his hand and is like, "Hey, I'll go. I mean, a chance to turn, nice, legitimate business would be nice." And he does not blink. the entire time he speaks to
So
you.
when you
Hasn't
say
blinked.
he's like off his rocker, is he like gonna start fucking doing autopsies of animals alive in our basement, or like?
He is very much into experimental medicine.
What do you two think
Uh,
of that?
Well, I probably should ask him some like questions about the disease and stuff, since I am currently trying to find a cure for my sister's disease.
I don't, you know, I'm not a fan of the experimental sort. For my own personal reasons.
Huh? He's a good doctor, though. I mean,
Yeah.
he's always treated me right.
Mm. Mm.
Don't worry. I've tested my rash cream on goblins before. It works just fine for them.
Let's see. There you go.
Not
Just
what I
Don't
was-
put it on a dragonborn. Whatever you do, please.
No, I want to.
Oh god. Can I ask him like questions about like my sister's disease and if he knows anything that could help her? Besides of what I already sent her.
Yeah, let me see. Let me give him a medicine check. Do you have proficiency in medicine?
Oh me. I don't know.
If you do, I'd give him advantage, but if not,
Checky.
Gives you an opportunity to allows you to better
do.
describe, basically.
oh yeah, okay. Then I will give him advantage.
Advantage.
All right, for a total of, I would say, he's probably looking at like a +6 on his medicine checks, if this is his sole job. So yeah, 20. He gives a brief thought to it, and he says, Sirs, we went down south a bit, right? I had some, when I was in town, I heard a bit about a disease that's making people a bit unstable. Yeah, they get a bit of well, like what the lady's describing here, a bit of bruising, and later they start hearing things, eventually go crazy, right? I haven't personally researched it too much, though I would love to. And he says, so again, never blinks when he's talking to you. Like obscene amounts of eye contact with this guy. And when he swaps between talking to people, his head snaps to you with like violent force.
Ah, that's okay.
Um,
Did some experimentation on yourself, I see. Maybe.
and he says, but I would love the chance to get to get a bit more hands-on with this illness, if that's possible.
I mean, it could be if you stayed with us a little longer. If we head that way.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna. She's my sister. The
And
only one closest
he's
to
already
me.
walked off and is like going below deck, and you see him like bringing up medical equipment that he's like swapping to the other ship.
I'm just gonna let him go, and I'll warn him later.
I wouldn't want to split the three brothers up, so which one of you four, as the three brothers are staying to keep Lorelei friendly and company, which one of you other three would like to join us to help even out the numbers a little bit, and in hopes of finding a better life at a port?
So there is let's see. So there is a dwarf, a furbolg, another furbolg, and a hobgoblin, who all are just kind of looking back and forth between each other, and we'll say. Mm, it's actually the second Furbolg. He actually sees the cook, and is like, it's been a while since I've talked to some of my own people. I'd like to come with you. And it's this more elderly lady Furbolg, not like ancient, but late 40s probably. Definitely getting past the prime of pirating.
I'm gonna be internally praying that one of them doesn't come along. And you know the one I'm talking about.
Which one?
From the experience with the dwarf, my person's just like adverse to dwarfs now. She's like, oh god, please.
Big dwarf racism going on here.
Oh,
It's not dwarf racism. She feels awkward whenever she sees dwarves now because like she rejected the one dwarf. She feels so bad. She's like, oh god damn it.
Alright,
I mean,
Blight, you gotta kill
the
me
dwarf
again
looks-
so I can make a dwarf.
The dwarf looks at you and he says, "Ah, yes, my dwarf senses are tingling. You've turned down one of my clansmen. Now,
For family and honor.
I can smell the rejection on you."
Can you smell the rejection on me?
Yes, don't you know dwarves have scent glands that when they're rejected romantically, just spray scent at the person who rejected. We can smell it on you now. All
Oh.
dwarves know.
Oh, that's creepy. Okay. It wasn't intentional. I just had things to do. I'm very concerned about my sister. And I couldn't
I'm
stay long.
joking. Dwarves do not have rejection scent glands.
Dude, I can see someone actually putting that in a D&D thing, though. Just
Yeah.
to fuck with like one character. You think
Anyway. Alright.
So,
Well then, go ahead and get your stuff. And, assuming it's still okay with you two, do we let Lorelei and the others, off on their own? He says to turn an honest trader. As much as I believe that.
and you look over to him, and he is like not betraying, but portraying the most saintly image of himself that he can, with like a big grin, missing teeth, nose bandage, but like the most innocent, angelic person you have ever seen.
And we'll probably run into him again some other time. Sure. He'll either try come killing us or we'll try to trade with him. Either one.
I don't see why you'd come and kill us. Why would you come and... Would you? Lorelei.
This is
I
the
mean, if he got a contract,
you
then,
don't know
you
if
know.
he's been lying to you until now, but this is the most honest he's looked. He says, "Fuck that."
Or we could hire him sometime for his expertise if we ever needed it.
He is a good man, and if anything, I'm not dumb, right? I understand the pulls of avarice, but at the worst, we've merely expedited his promotion.
That's true. No, I'm fine with it. I see no harm, unless he goes pirating again, but I don't think he is. So, no.
And
And
so
as
I'll,
you-
I'll go to him and I'll clasp him by the back and I'll pull him into an embrace, heartily.
You hear like a, "Ooh, Cirrus, the armor, it's pinching me.
Take care.
Your arms are squeezing my lungs out of my chest."
And I'll like pull back and I'll just have my hands on his shoulder and do like the look into his eyes thing as
Yeah.
and I'm like, take care of yourself and those three. They're a bit dumb for their own good. And look, even if you're lying to me and you're not going on the up and up, I believe in you. There's a chance you can turn things around. So don't forget that. I'm gonna like clasp him on the shoulder and turn around to go to the other one, and I'm like, well,
Give me what's your passive perception?
oh, he stole my
Just
purse,
that.
didn't he?
A by the by.
Not good enough, probably 13.
Okay. You do notice like a slight misting in his eyes. As you say that you trust him.
And I
Aw,
check my
that's
coin
sweet.
purse.
Do you?
Kind of just casually, just like run it by and see if it's still there.
Smidge lighter.
I'll be like, Lorelei.
Oh, fine. Flicks you back a
Bad
few.
boy.
Flicks you back the 3 gold he took.
Okay. And I'll be like, I'm sure I'll see you again, friend. And I turn to Scarlet and Big, and I'm like, so which one of you is captain?
Point to the dead halfling on the floor.
Oh, he's in a grave now.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah,
better-
I'm gonna point to his grave.
he ground.
Well, I mean, I assume it's one of you now.
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck if
Like-
I know.
I'm like, oh. Well, can we actually like make this decision without the other people being here, though?
Mhm. Why not? They're not here.
Should have
I'm
been
like,
here if they wanted to be captain.
Acting captain.
Responsibilities.
It could always be until you have a chance to like get to port.
Yeah, I'm
and
just like, we
think
just need
things over, you know.
I need somebody
Sure.
to take the fall in case we like crash into the side of a building or something.
Hey, why not? I'll do it.
It will not be me.
Blame the druid. It's fine.
Blame the witch.
Yeah, the witch.
It's a druid.
All right,
God damn it,
acting
get me
captain,
burned at a
witch
stake
lady,
in one town.
Yep, the witch is the captain.
and
The shape-shifting
Cap-
captain.
Captain Starwitch.
Captain Starwitch. Yes, that's a perfect name, dude. Captain Starwitch and the constellation. Ooh,
Ooh.
now that's a fucking name,
Huh?
right? I like it just off
That's
the
a
name,
good
Ziog.
That is a strong
Listen, you
name,
can
a mighty
burn-
name.
You're gonna get me burned at the stake in one of these towns one day. So one day.
Starwitch. All right, acted Captain Starwitch. To which town are we going? As I like go up the gangplank to and bring my donkey on board and head to the helm.
Okay. We said we were going to Crispin. Why are we going to Crispin again?
I don't have any problem with
That's where the
Chriswin, but I
captain-
feel like we want to go to a port to put in for repairs.
Yeah. I think,
The former captain wanted. That's where he wanted to go.
yeah.
Which means, you know, as long as you have that necklace, which one of you do, I'm assuming. I kind of like look over the side, or they do.
Nobody did roll investigation to find it.
I thought Big did.
I
Big
never
did,
rolled.
Big did say he went, but I don't know what he did.
Yeah, no, I never did. I just because I thought we kind of glossed over it. I was like, oh. I guess
the
I'll
area's
see it
just
later
been
when Blake
worked,
mentions
so-
it.
The area's been worked over a lot with bringing out supplies and stuff, so I was making sure you found it within like a day. Or if you were out there for like multiple days trying to find it.
Okay, well, I have a -2 to investigation. Let's see how this
Oh.
goes.
All right. It takes you. So you were here for repairs for, in order of events. Landed for the night. Got caught by these people. Rested up that night and started working to fix the mast the next morning. At which point you finished around 4. Siak, you find the necklace at like midnight that day.
Ooh.
Worst comes.
It takes you a while.
Is there some? We could always check the captain's quarters, see if there's something to tell us about the necklace. Or we could just go turn it into the guards at Chriswin. I'm sure if we were heading there, then that's where he needed to go.
I don't know.
That is also where we just came from. I think. Well, no. The only person that knew about the necklace was
Captain.
Copes, I believe. So
Yeah,
I
probably.
don't really know about it at all.
Let's just go to Christmas. We need repairs, and it's probably the closest port here.
Is there another port nearby that's not blockaded?
So it's not so much that they're blockaded. There is Heraldon and Creophon, which are the other two cities that are currently blockading Chriswin, that are close enough. Though it would be like you would need to round here. So the current state of the
Which one will we get to before our boat?
So if you guys are trapped in kind of like a crescent here, the Cursed Land is on the other side of the crescent, and Cecilia's about where Chriswin is. The other two cities are on the other side of the crescent.
Which
And
one will we get to before our
I will
boat?
say, on fairly casual inspection of the captain's quarters, you do find a map. And it shows kind of a few nearby cities.
You had to have a reason to go to Christmas, so
Or maybe that was just the
We-
quickest time back, I don't know.
is it the closest one?
Is what the closest one?
Christmas. Closest port city place.
Chriswin is definitely the closest.
Alright, we head to Christmas because I'm kind of sketchy on the ship not falling apart on us midair.
Well, I mean, if we're going to have to outrun things, you said it was blockaded.
Oh shit, that's true. Can we get by again? Or like would it be very difficult to get by again?
It would be probably a bit of a thing. It would take some doing.
Oh god.
So, that's not quite the right. There we go. That should be. Do 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 do. Let me just post it to the D&D, or maybe I could just I'll post it to the Discord chat here first, and then maybe throw it up on the map here. But that is the map as you see it in his captain's quarters. And I will throw up a page here with it on that you guys can check. Do. I accidentally deleted the one I took, so let me just redo that. There we go. File, save as. There we go. Oh. Loading file. And there you all are. So that is the map as you guys see it.
Now, where are we?
And you guys, let me just we'll place Monkey Boy where you guys are. You guys are right here-ish.
Oh, where?
Obviously much smaller. Like
That's just
you guys are
monkey.
like there.
Monkey.
If we come from like the back, is there like a back harbor or something?
What do you like? You can get to Chriswyn pretty easily. It's blockaded in such a way that you would either need to fly through Cursed Land or, like, it's essentially blockaded, like that.
Oh,
Right.
ew. Yeah.
Because you don't really need
Oh,
to
so
blockade the other area.
The cursed land is the little X part. So there's really not a lot of cursed land here, at least.
This particular Cursed Land, to give you kind of like an idea of its size.
That's not the X's.
It is. It's just deceptively small on the map. To throw an example at you, the circle that Chriswyn runs, most of those are about 200 miles wide.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, we could go from Chriswyn to Wakori and not see any of it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Which way do you guys wish to go?
I thought this was like like multiple small sky islands.
They are. The circles are the routes that they fly in.
Oh. Or is every island a circle?
Each of those circles are an island. They
Right, but like, do they all go circles, or do some islands like fuck off and I don't know, do a trapezoid?
the ones that are in the area do circles. Some of them, most of them do circles so that they can kind of conserve space and not have to compete with other people. The magic that keeps them aloft is such that if too many are too close, there won't be enough to go
So
around.
it's controllable?
The cities,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll fly where you want them to. They're slow, but they'll do it.
Alright, guys, so we steal
We're not
Chriswyn and we
hijacking, no.
slam it into Cryophon.
No, we're not stealing the city.
Anyway,
It's not happening.
well, I mean, if we're on the backside and we could just like slip
So-
into Chriswyn, I think that's the best choice.
On
That's
a
what I
on a
was
side
thinking.
note, in fairly recent history, before the ships were created, like the only way for cities to meet was for them to literally fly next to each other, and that's kind of what Big's character was talking about. Was his people would like rope across and basically tie them to each other.
That's super cool, actually. uh, well, if we're on the backside and we can just like yeet into Chriswyn, that's fine.
Yeah, it's getting out of Chriswyn that's probably going to be the most problematic.
Yeah.
To Chriswin, Captain Star Child Witch Thing.
Child, which thing? Okay. Off to a Chris when we go then. I'm fine with that. I wonder if
I feel like I'm
captains-
Arrow from Treasure Planet.
I wonder if the lady's gonna be angry that we're back again, but this time we just stick with the worst ship and less people.
It's the same ship.
It's just in worse condition. She'd be suspicious, be like, "Where'd the captain go?" Well, funny story.
Alright, so we head off to Chriswin, Blight. Does the other
All
ship
right.
head the same way or what?
I mean, they're heading more or less the same way. There's not a whole lot else they can do at the moment. They're just as blockaded as you guys are.
Okay.
But I think that is where we will end the session for today.
Not even pulling into port?
I mean, we can say that you guys made it more or less to port, but not quite in yet.
Blight wants to attack
He's gonna
us
be
first.
angry at us.
Yep.
I can feel it.
Alright, Blight. Am I ending session?
Yep.
Streamlabs is ending. Thank you all for watching, whoever watched. Bye.